and be honest.
And maybe it's a good idea if we stop seeing each other for a while. Richard Forrest, cracked in the skull. No sign of a break-in.
You found him?
She did. Coming to clean, didn't know him well.
Blood on that glass thing?
Yeah, blood. Looks like there's a clean print on it.
You sleep all right?
Me and Rita.
Sorry to hear it.
Morning. What do we got?
DOA is Richard Forrest. That's a murder weapon.
Men avoiding Jones?
Started canvas. Guy's got a message on his voicemail.
We'll get Tara to retrieve it.
Calling crime scene while you're at it?
Sure.
Die, you dumb bitch. It's written on this flyer next to the name and the contact number.
For what?
A band, the Spikes. They're playing a show tonight. For information, call Carla at Circle with an arrow pointing to where someone wrote, "Die, you dumb bitch."
I'll notify Tara on crime scene.
Yeah, we need to try and get in touch with this Carla.
Good idea. These two?
She told me, but I think they're okay.
It's gonna hit the fan.
Let's think positive.
You can light your incense and say Om, but trust me.
Richard, this is Carla. I got your message. You're an asshole, and I hope you die in a ditch. Go to hell.
Identified herself as Carla.
Same one from the flyer, the one that said "Die, bitch" with the contact number?
There's a good shot. Trace the number back to an office rented to Carla Whitford Attractions.
Hey, concert booker.
What did DOA do for a living? Music guy?
No one to tell us yet.
Phone message at the office says she opens at 10. We're heading down.
Lieutenant, line 1, Detective Sipowicz, line 2.
Anything on the canvas?
Nothing much to canvas. Guy owns the whole building, uses the rest of the floors for storage.
And nothing from the folks next door.
All right. Don't get comfortable. Assault on Avenue C, 1509.
All right. Here we go.
Be happy. Get the car up here at time.
What's up?
Theo's teacher called asking if we could bring some extra cupcakes.
Sure.
They put out desserts for after the play. That's the basic routine.
Sounds fun.
She referred to you as Mrs. Sipowicz. It was probably just an innocent mix-up, but I didn't catch it quick enough to correct her.
Well, we'll do it tonight.
Good.
So, that's it? Are you okay?
Yeah, I gotta talk to this lady.
Russian lady lets herself into her apartment. Perp comes up from behind, tries to strangle her with a cord. She fought him off. He boogied out the fire escape. No signs of forced entry. Husband's on his way from work.
What's her name?
Pardee.
Mrs. Pardee? Detective Jones of Medavoy. Did you see the man who tried to strangle you?
No. This happened in the hallway in front of your apartment or in the apartment?
In.
So you think the man was already in the apartment, or did he sneak in behind you to close the door?
I think he's already inside.
Well, how'd you fight him off?
I reach and I stick my fingers in his eyes and I kick his knee.
Quick thinking.
Have you thought about if there's anyone in your life who might have done this?
We have no money. Must be some crazy New York person for no reason.
So you don't keep any valuables or cash in the apartment?
It's okay. Everything is okay. I don't press charges.
Ma'am, you could have been killed.
Everything is okay, really. No need for police.
Natalia! Natalia!
Oh, can I help you, sir?
This is my husband.
Sweetheart,
Hello, Roy.
you okay?
No problem.
Mr. Pardee, after we've checked out the apartment, why don't you come down the precinct with us and help find who did this while your wife gets treated?
I'm not gonna leave her like this.
Everything is okay, really.
We'll get back to you in a bit.
Excuse me.
Detective Sipowicz and Clark, you want to turn that off?
I gotta call you back.
Is this about Richard Forrest?
Word got around fast.
Small community, tight-knit. It's devastating.
What community are we talking about?
Richard was in music development. He's a backer, money guy.
So he'd front cash to bands?
In return for a piece of their profit down the line.
He'd get along with folks generally?
He was passionate.
How'd you get along with him?
Fine.
Any strong words with him recently?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Richard, this is Carla. I got your message. You're an asshole, and I hope you die in a ditch. Go to hell.
Explain the message.
He pulled his bands from me because I didn't follow his direct order.
What was the order, and who was he to give it to you?
An egotistical asshole. He dumped the Spikes off his roster and wanted to blackball him. I owed their lead singer a favor, so I booked him anyway.
So this wasn't something personal? Because if we find out it was, you'll learn the uglier side of this process.
He was a fag, thank you very much. And besides, I heard Richard bought it early this morning. I was with people from midnight to 6.
Names and numbers if you're not too devastated about him buying it.
He was a grade A prick who burned everybody he worked with. You got your work cut out for you.
And how long you and your wife been married?
A year and a half.
How'd you meet?
In Russia?
I don't mean to be rude, but just so we know what's going on, was this some mail order bride type arrangement?
We met through a dating agency.
Well, how would you characterize your relationship with your wife?
Happy. Everything I could ask for.
Complete bliss. Cloud 9.
Natalia is a wonderful, wonderful person, but she's from Moscow.
Which means what?
Moscow women are harder, colder, savvier. The prime Russian brides come from the small towns, and I knew this going in. But as soon as I asked Natalia to dance, and I looked into her eyes...
Let's get specific now, Mr. Pardee.
She sends money home. She makes her phone calls late at night. She has to run out and meet Sergei because he's her second cousin and he needs help. It's also secretive with her, you know? She never tells me what's going on.
So when you heard that she'd been attacked, any candidates come to mind?
I have no idea.
Has she been seeing anyone outside the marriage?
I can't emphasize enough how little I know about her personal life.
At, which restaurant she work at?
Moose McFriday's up on Lex. She's hostess there on weekends. A couple of guys there trying to get into her pants.
How do you know?
No, I don't. Just her husband's intuition.
So your relationship with your wife isn't everything you could ask for, which is what you just said a minute ago.
Yeah, I guess it has been difficult.
Difficult enough for you to want to have her killed?
No, not by a long shot.
Hey,
Hey.
did you get the dump back on the DOA cell phone?
Yeah. A bunch of calls in from a Justin Tangier. He's a singer with the Spikes. Connie and I are gonna bring him in.
Cool. Rita, I really hope we can stay friends.
John, we both know that doesn't really happen, right?
Who says it can't?
Maybe down the road, but after two people break up, the whole let's stay friends thing is a little naive. And kind of insulting, to be honest.
I'm just trying to make the best of the situation.
It's easy. You respect me, I'll respect you. We'll do our jobs, act like adults, and move on.
Okay.
Sound fair?
Sure.
I'll bring you up to speed after we talk to Justin.
Great.
Your Honor, you've read all the material. My client, Mr. Wells, stands convicted of murder and has spent 21 months in prison based solely on the word of a single eyewitness who has since made a signed affidavit recanting his testimony. I urge you to grant the 440 motion to vacate the sentence, set aside the jury verdict, and set bail for my client pending any further action by the DA.
Thank you, Mr. Collins. Ms. Haywood?
Mr. Wells is a convicted drug dealer who, according to a jury, brutally shot and killed two men. The state believes this witness was coerced into recanting and his original testimony was accurate. We therefore ask you to reject the motion or at least give us some time to rebuild our case.
Ms. Haywood, as distasteful as it is, I'm afraid that based on what I've read and heard, the court has no choice but to set aside the verdict and grant bail for Mr. Wells pending a new trial. Bail to be set in the amount of $50,000.
Can I address ADA Haywood?
No.
I just want to tell her that there's no hard feelings, and I'm not looking for an apology or nothing.
Mr. Collins, get your client out of here before I change my mind.
Yes, Judge. Let's go, Jerry.
Can I talk now? Because I think there's been a real misunderstanding.
Oh, it's possible, Justin. Explain Richard Forrest's credit card in your pocket and this could go quick.
Loaned to me by Richard. He's saying I stole it.
Why'd he give you the card?
He backs my band. I need something, strings, sticks, undies. He provides, willingly.
When'd you talk to him last?
Last night,
Over at his place?
on the phone.
What about?
About working a DJ into the band. Now, what on earth am I doing here? Because I'm just plain confused.
Well, Richard Forrest was found murdered. You know anything about it?
You serious?
Why all the calls to his cell yesterday?
You're serious?
We're serious. And having his credit card is serious. And unless you focus, we're starting to look at you as involved.
The calls were about the band. About the DJ, some new material. The band!
We heard he dropped your band and was working the town to blackball you.
Total lie.
We get it's a tough business, Justin. Losing a deep pocket can make a guy desperate.
Except for the fact we were not dropped. I mean, maybe for a second, but he'd say that every time we disagree.
I made calls to concert bookers telling them to ignore you.
Richard Forrest was queen of the drama queens, but it didn't mean Jack.
It didn't make him enemies.
Not of me.
Who then?
I don't know. He liked rough trade, you know, 8th Avenue boys.
Got an alibi for last night?
I was with my friend, Remy Blanchard.
His name and number.
Then can I leave?
You're sticking around while we check it out. And you're a collar for that quarter ounce of weed we took off you.
Great. Bad day goes to hell.
Have a seat, Chris.
Okay.
Work with Natalia Pardee over at
Moose McFriday's. Why?
Natalia was attacked today at her apartment.
Oh my God, is she all right?
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Oh my God.
Hey, we talked to some people there, and word is you and Natalia were more than just friends.
Who said that?
Is it true?
Well, I'd like to know who said that.
We're not gonna tell you. Now start answering the questions or we're gonna get pissed off.
We hung out a lot after work. We did make out a couple times over at my apartment, but we never had sex. She said she'd never cheat on her husband.
After you were mugging it up, did she ever mention anyone who was after her?
No. Everybody loves Natalia.
Natalia involved in any criminal element as far as you know?
No. Natalia's one of the sweetest chicks I've ever met.
She ever talk about her relationship with her husband?
A little bit, yeah.
And?
She was trying to get a divorce, but she only had conditional status since they were married less than 2 years. I guess she was trying to petition the INS to be fully legal.
Why'd she want the divorce?
Have you met him?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Or was she afraid of him?
No. He's been filling her head with a bunch of lies, like how he's gonna have her deported if she ever leaves him. She's out here all alone, married to a guy she doesn't love. I mean, put yourself in her situation.
If we find out you've been banging her, Chris...
No, I swear to God. I mean, have I been trying like hell? Yes, but she won't, so we haven't.
This Remy Blanchard confirms Justin was with him.
Yeah, I'm still here.
There's a bakery on the way to Theo's school.
Well, what's the name? I'll call it an order.
Already did.
I just have a few questions. You here from crime scene?
Yeah, lots of lifts, 2 of interest.
Okay.
This is Justin Tangier's slab. Don't help us much, because he's got legitimate access with the DOA fronting his band.
Still, it proves he's been there.
Second was a clean blood print off the murder weapon for a Randall Stokes. FBI has him 4 days AWOL from Camp Lejeune.
Marine.
Justin know the guy?
Said he never heard of him, but the kid's a little hard to trust.
That was Carla Whitford. So she's seen a Marine-looking type hanging around the clubs with Remy Blanchard the last few days.
We need to have a talk with this guy.
I know that name. Remy Blanchard.
You know him personally?
From the food section. He's a restaurateur. Was instrumental in opening up Tribeca. Very rich.
Carla says he likes hanging with bands and young guys. Lives on Carmine Street.
Miss Blanchard?
You're the detectives from the phone?
Yeah, we got some more questions for you. You mind if we come in?
I already said Justin was with me. What else do you want?
Let us in, we'll tell you.
Please.
You know a guy named Randall Stokes?
Why?
Like I said on the phone, this is a homicide investigation. You can do the math yourself.
Is he a suspect in the homicide? Does he need an attorney?
You hiding this kid?
I'm not hiding anyone. I've just lived in this part of town a long time and seen a lot of friends bullied by cops.
We're not looking to bully him. We just want to talk to him about a rich gay guy, same age as you, whose head he might have caved in.
Yeah, unless that kind of thing don't worry you.
Richard Forrest?
Smacked with a hunk of glass.
And that's why you called about Justin?
And that's why we're here talking to you, where all roads seem to be leading.
Which we're a little curious about.
You want my alibi now? Isn't Justin my alibi?
Randall Stokes, you know where he is?
Out and about.
Does he have a cell phone on him?
He should.
Okay, well, why don't you call him, get him back here?
But don't mention police.
I'm not an idiot.
What do you know about this kid, Stokes?
Not much.
You sleeping with him?
He's not quite there yet. Soon, but not quite.
So you just let him flop here?
I like young guys around. They watch TV in their underwear.
How'd you meet him?
Justin introduced us.
Justin said he didn't know Stokes.
He probably thought you were coming after him for pandering.
So aside from being a wannabe rock star, Justin's a gay pimp.
Anything you want, anytime, any age, conscious, unconscious. Justin has no morals.
But you still hang out with him.
He introduces me to class acts like Randall Stokes.
Elevator just stopped.
So you got a key?
To the door. Got a new shirt. Take it easy, Randy.
Calm down, it's over! What'd I do? You fought us for one, asshole. Sorry for the mess.
Thanks for coming back, Mr. Pardee.
Sure.
Problem we're having, other people's account of Natalia and her relationship to you have differed from what you've told us.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
That you've resisted divorce, holding her residential status here over her head.
Well, who told you this? One of those horn dogs she works with? I'm the one that's lived with her for almost 2 years. And I'm telling you, Natalia knows how to work people.
Has she asked you for a divorce?
What, did Natalia bat her eyes at you? Show you some leg?
Am I picking up a jealous streak here, Mr. Pardee?
I'd just like to know why you're defending Natalia, who's basically a con artist, and not believing me.
You were married to a Filipino woman for 3 years. Another mail-order bride.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, the report says she disappeared 5 years ago.
She didn't disappear. She walked out on me.
So tell us about it.
She started hanging out with American women. Got all Americanized. Next thing, she doesn't love me. Needed to find out who she was. One day, I came home from work. She was gone. A week later, her mother called from the Philippines saying she hadn't heard from Salerno. So I filed a report just in case. But I knew all along that she had probably just met some guy and hit the road.
And you never heard from Salerno again?
No.
We spoke with the detective in Jersey City who investigated your first wife's disappearance. He suspected you because Salerno didn't pack any clothes before she left. Only her purse was missing.
I don't have an answer for that. She just left.
So bad things just kind of happened to your mail-order wives.
You know, being suckered and mistreated by women who just want to come to America and then dump their husband who loves them is a crime. Then lock me up. Because that's all I'm guilty of.
You need to stay reachable, sir.
You know, insult on injury. That's what this is.
Stay reachable.
Oh, anti-crime did a cross sweep. They might still be using the interview rooms. I'll clear the booking.
Come here. Sit.
And Milner's Bakery called. They need your credit card number.
Yeah, this is Andy Sipowicz. I gotta give you a card number. Talk about the weather. It's number 5415.
So, how about this weather?
Brings the girls out. Andy.
Thanks. Up. All right, you're civil. When I take these off, or you could end up shot.
Why'd you fight us, Randy? Don't want to go back to Camp Lejeune.
What's so bad? Sit down.
Gunnery sergeant breaks my ass all the time. Got fed up.
Him breaking your ass got anything to do with you getting spotted coming out of a gay bar?
Your sergeant said he heard guys were giving you heat for it. I just went in for a beer. I didn't know what kind of place it was. Yeah, and we didn't just grab you out of a gay guy's house.
All right, from now on, you're honest and forthright, kid, or you spend the rest of your life in jail.
For being AWOL? For killing Richard Forrest. Never heard of him.
How'd your fingerprint end up in his blood on the object that killed him?
All right, I'll be honest now. I woke up with that thing in my hand. I never hit him with it.
You'd been drinking?
No. A guy I met at a club told me about this party. Booze, women, grass. I was like, lead the way. Who's this guy? Justin something. When we get there, it's just this one dude, Forrest. So I'm like, I'll drink a beer and then split. But I must have been drugged because I woke up 5 hours later, this bloody thing's in my hand, and Forrest was dead on the floor.
Where was Justin?
Gone. I must have been drugged.
You sure it wasn't more of a blackout scenario? Like you did something and don't remember it, or you just put it out of your head because you don't want to?
I think I was drugged, like roofied. All right, Randy, we know about Justin, and there's no way that you went to Richard Forrest's house expecting girls. That's what he said. We also know a little about you. And we think it's possible that you were partying with Richard and he wanted to do things that you weren't comfortable with and you got upset. No! I mean... Oh my God.
How long you in the service?
2 years.
You got family in the Marines?
My dad? He was.
Makes sense you're struggling with feelings you got. And that's something to get across in terms of getting a judge to understand what happened, but you gotta lay it out.
Maybe I did do it. I mean, if the guy came on to me, I would have kicked his ass. But I just don't remember. You gotta talk to Justin. Please talk to Justin.
We'll talk to him. And that'll give you some time to think.
Let's go downstairs.
Party's got a brother with a minor sheet. Apparently fried his brain a little from too much drugs as a kid. We've been leaving messages at his work, and the SRO he's been flopping at.
Did you talk to Natalia again?
Yeah, but she didn't give us anything.
Either she honestly doesn't know who would do this or she has a real fear of dealing with police.
And she's not mixed up in anything as far as we know.
Other than the husband, everybody says she's a sweetheart.
So what's the next move?
We're gonna go sit on the brother's apartment. What can I say?
Beat it.
Afternoon, Counselor.
Detective?
Hey, what's up?
Just checking in.
Yeah? Nothing else?
Do you think I'm paranoid? I'm not, right?
What's going on?
I've been doing this a while, and I never feel like unsafe when it comes to perps I put away.
Look, Valerie, I don't need the disclaimers. What happened?
This guy I sent to jail a couple years back got out today, off a key witness recanting his testimony, which is a total crock.
And he did what?
He made some comments during the original trial. Plus today he said something that was creepy.
You tell the judge?
It's nothing overt, it's just a feeling. And then today I've been getting some hang-ups at my office, which I never get.
Give me this guy's info, I'll take care of it.
What are you gonna do?
Talk to him.
But you're not gonna piss him off or anything.
Nice and friendly.
You'll let me know how it goes.
Don't worry. It's taken care of.
Gonna ask you again, Justin. You know Randall Stokes?
And I'm saying again, no.
You introduced him to Remy Blanchard and Richard Forrest, but he still doesn't ring a bell.
Are we talking about the jarhead? Sorry, I only know him as Randy.
Where'd you meet him?
Continental Bar. He didn't have a place to stay, so I hooked him up with Remy.
Pimped him.
I didn't get nothing out of it.
What happened when you took him to Richard Forrest last night?
Didn't see Richard last night.
You didn't go there with Randy Stokes?
No, ma'am.
You didn't drug Randy and serve him up to Richard Forrest like you've been known to do?
Who said that?
Word on the street. You want to try something, Justin? Maybe save some years in jail? You went over there with Randy, offered him up unconscious as an incentive to re-sign your band.
He never dropped my band.
Forrest refused, tried to throw you out. You fought it, got out of control. You put the weapon in your sleepy friend's hand.
I was with Remy Blanchard all night.
But somehow this kid from nowhere makes up a story about you that fits other accounts of you just by accident.
How about this kid tells me he needs money and is willing to earn it the hard way, so I make a phone call.
And this is just coming out now?
You don't think I had a little guilt about introducing my friend to the guy who killed him?
Or we think you're willing to pretend you do.
How did I earn all this distrust?
Lied to us about knowing Randall Stokes, for one.
I only know him as Randy. I made the call. Randy went alone. That's all I know.
Still, you're under the microscope, Justin. So if you were involved, start positioning yourself, because we're gonna find out the truth. And you don't want to be last at the table.
All I did was make a phone call. What happened from then had nothing to do with me.
Up, in the cage.
Yeah, I didn't see this coming.
Does Randall Stokes have a record?
Hauled out of a bar once, little stuff, no assaults.
Except on the two of you this afternoon.
Yeah, there was that.
Did you talk to him again about the blackout?
We were just about to.
All right, we'll see what you get, but with the bloody print and the partial admission, I could sell it.
We'll take another shot at him and get back to you.
Hey, Andy, 2 minutes.
Play at Theo's school tonight. He plays letter Z, which means he's got to wait out the whole alphabet before it's his turn.
Detective, I've never done this before, and it was way out of bounds, so I'll apologize in advance. But I watched your interview with Randall Stokes, and I know this is absolutely none of my business, but he's in the middle of a horrible struggle. A Marine with a father who's also a Marine.
What are you saying, John?
As someone who's been in that teetering position, you're so conflicted, it would be a comfort to be found guilty of anything other than being gay. I never should open my mouth, and I never will again.
Hey, ready?
We should have another conversation with Remy Blanchard.
Yeah?
Yeah. Come on.
So what's the topic this time?
Why would a guy like you protect a turd like Justin Tangier?
How am I protecting him?
Bogus alibi.
He was with me.
We say Justin was with Randy, and it was Justin who killed Richard Forrest.
I don't see how that's possible.
You and Justin, where were you last night?
Here, in my apartment.
Anyone else with you?
Just us.
What's this Justin got on you?
Nothing.
Getting served up young boys is so important that you're willing to let an innocent guy fry for it?
If he's so innocent, why did he fight you like a tiger?
Saw himself going away for something that he didn't do.
Or exactly the opposite.
So it's enough that he gets you laid, keeps you in the club loop to sell this kid out. Anything to make you feel less like a lonely old queen, is that it?
You're leaving.
You're coming with us. You're under arrest.
For what?
Possession of kiddie porn, all this.
They're art books, lithographs.
I saw naked kids. Come on. You gonna resist? You saw what happens when people do that.
Put your hands behind your back.
Stop, please! He wasn't with me.
When did you get the story together?
He came over late last night and said there had been an accident. He said he was afraid of what it might look like, so he left.
And you bought that?
All I know is that he wasn't with me. Now, please, take off these cuffs, please.
Who are you two?
Tell him what you said. Tell them now.
I told them the truth. They know you weren't with me last night.
Oh, you lying faggots!
You're on your own.
Son of a bitch!
Take it back to the squad.
How are we playing this, Justin?
What if I was forced into a corner?
No what ifs. What happened?
Because I had absolutely no choice. I mean, honestly, what would you do if someone was forcing you into a gay sex act? You'd freak out too.
Richard Forrest we're talking about.
My band was going into the studio next week for the first time. Suddenly he pulls the plug, says I'd stolen 1,000 cash from him and I was an ingrate.
Did you steal the cash?
You don't just leave cash lying around like that.
Keep going.
So I come by with a peace offering.
The Marine.
He refuses. Says if I want back on the roster, it's my thing going in the passed out Marine while he takes pictures so he could own me.
So you smash his head with the statue and then put it in Randy's hand?
Honestly, what would you do?
We'll think about it while you write up your statement. Sit down.
You and your brother Roy are pretty close.
Yeah.
He helped you out financially?
Yes. And we do stuff together.
Yeah? Like what?
He comes over, we eat pizza, rent movies, go to the ball games. Stuff.
How'd you get that scratch on your eye, Kurt?
I don't know. Working.
Natalia clawed at her attacker's eye this morning.
I wouldn't hurt Natalia. What are you doing?
I spent 2 years in the FBI's lie detection unit.
I didn't do nothing.
Is your name Kurt Pardee?
Yes.
Do you live in New York City?
Yes.
Did you have anything to do with the attack on your sister-in-law, Natalia, this morning?
No.
You got a major problem, Kurt.
Do you want to go to jail? You want to die there? Because you and your brother are both going to jail unless you tell us what's going on. Kurt!
Your brother put you up to this, didn't he? Just like he had you kill his first wife. Isn't that right?
No.
Kurt!
I did it by myself!
Your brother didn't put you up to either one?
No.
Where's the first wife?
Our grandma has some property out in Staten Island.
Why did you do it?
They didn't treat him right. They used him. They were ruining his life.
So Roy never asked you to kill them?
No.
And he never mentioned how maybe he wished they were dead?
No.
So you just did this out of the kindness of your heart?
He takes care of me. He looks out for me. He's all I got. I want him to be happy.
Give us a minute.
Those MPs for me?
Yeah, they're gonna escort you back to Camp Lejeune. Justin copped to the murder.
Oh, man.
You got lucky.
Definitely. I was losing hope.
You're not off the hook, though, Randy. You're still AWOL. The question is how long you're planning to stay that way.
I'd have gone back in a couple of days, faced the charges, and asked for a transfer to a different unit.
You got to make that clear in your statement to the MPs. You'll get a few days in the brig and maybe a reduction in grade. But if they think you deserted, that's a dishonorable in prison time.
I still got my uniforms, my ID card, and my dog tags. I was going back.
Somebody who works with us wants a minute with you. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'm John Irvin. We talked earlier.
Sure.
If I'm not mistaken, I think you're trying to come to grips with something I had to deal with about 15 years ago. Being gay. Maybe I'm wrong. If not, I want you to know that you're not alone and that there is a place for you. Many places where you'll be supported and embraced.
You got the wrong guy.
I never thought I could fit in anywhere. But at this point in my life, I work in a police station. I babysit the detectives' kids. I fit in.
It's all yours. Aye, aye, sir. On your feet, Marine.
Appreciate the help. Thanks.
It's the body of a woman.
Oh my God. My God.
All right, then, let's get you back, Mr. Party.
Can I see Kurt now, please?
Yeah, real quick.
I'm sorry, Roy.
It's okay, champ.
I just wanted you to be happy.
I know. I know.
It's police. Open up.
What's the problem?
I just came by to talk to you real quick.
I got company.
Why don't you go freshen up and give me and Jerry a minute here?
Got a warrant?
No.
Because I know my rights.
And I'm hoping this bullshit about you trying to get under ADA Haywood's skin is a misunderstanding.
Are you talking about today? Because I was being sincere when I said there's no hard feelings.
You see, meeting you now and seeing that stupid look on your face, you're like my 8-year-old nephew. Any attention's good attention, even if it irritates the hell out of people. Am I right?
Wrong, sir.
Well, you got your attention, Jerry. You got Miss Haywood concerned. You got me coming all the way over here on my time. But the attention stops right now.
You got it.
No more comments to her. No more hang-ups. No more nothing. If anything happens to Miss Haywood, anything, I'm gonna be back here. And yes, Mr. Wells went to grab my gun, so I had to subdue him. Was it being excessive, Your Honor? I certainly don't think so.
This was all a big misunderstanding.
That's what I figured.
I'm the letter Z. It is the 26th letter of the alphabet, and that's the last one. It is used to spell zoo.
Theo!
Oh, you're great. I was supposed to say Z stands for zoo. I messed up.
Yeah, you did fine.
Theo, 2 minutes and we need you for the cast photo.
Okay.
Don't you want to introduce me to your parents first?
This is my mom and dad. Can I get dessert first before the picture?
Make it quick.
Janice Muscarelli.
Andy Sipowicz, Connie McDowell.
Hi. Nice to finally meet you both. Theo is so proud of you. He always tells the class how his mom and dad catch bad guys.
Well, just to be clear about it, Connie's not Theo's real mom. His mom died a few years ago.
But we're all living together as a family. With my niece, actually.
Well, you must be doing something right. He seems very happy.
Glad to hear it. Come on, Mommy, you're missing the good stuff.
I'll be right there, sweetheart.
Nice to meet you both.
You too. You all right? I'm gonna eat a cookie. That was fine.
Yeah.
What do you want?
If anything happens to Miss Haywood, anything, I'm gonna be back here.
This was all a big misunderstanding.
Your sister had abdominal bleeding from the beating. She went into labor, and we discovered the extent.
She's dead?
We did our best.
The baby.
A girl.
Oh my God, Andy. I can't believe it. So,
Great.
not too formal? I'm going for responsible yet maternal.
Then you're on the money.
What does this necklace say, snob?
Connie, the hearing's a formality.
Well, it's still in front of a judge.
We'll take one look at you, confirm your drawn breath, and rubber stamp the custodial rights.
I'm not going to adopt my child looking like a slouch.
I'm just saying, for purposes of the court, you could be wearing hot pants.
The question of home status came up. It went away, but still, maybe it's safe to overcompensate clothing-wise.
Home status meaning not being married.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's something we should talk about.
Well, it's not something we need to talk about.
Theo's late for school. Michelle's due at daycare.
What do we got? African guy, shot 3 times. African guy got a name? Yeah, about 13 of them. Yinka, Masakela, Omuku, Adinjan.
Yeah, all right. Stick with the first and last.
Yinka Okafor. Anybody talking?
You're kidding, right?
Does it look like I'm kidding?
Nobody's talking.
Have we got an apartment on this guy?
5C. Still trying to locate the super, though.
We'll go up, look around.
The fire escape. I can try to get in that way.
Just don't go breaking anything. There's a footprint in the blood.
I'll look for the super.
Ain't no super in this dump. Just some management company nobody ever sees. Just like the police. Till a body shows up.
Who are you?
Somebody who still has to live here after y'all leave.
What's your name?
That's my business.
There's the mentality.
Let me see you work on this pass today. Let me see you find who did this.
Let me see you step up or shut up. What's it gonna be?
Keys.
Andy, keys.
Prove me wrong.
I don't gotta prove nothing to you, pal.
He said he was in.
He got down the fire escape, no problem. He's working on a window.
Well, I don't hear him in there. It's closed.
Right back.
Hey, what's going on?
Don't want to ask.
Hey, keys. What the hell is that?
Please freeze! Freeze! Don't move! Drop what's in your hand! Freeze! Drop it right now! Do not move!
She's bleeding pretty bad.
All right, relax. Take it easy. Drop it! No, don't choke! Hey! 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 It's a cell phone.
Somebody get a towel? It's okay. It's okay. Take it easy. It's all right.
Junior. Anything on a canvas?
Nothing. Jones and Meadowmore's still out there.
Yeah, the borough said this lady's husband was the third African murdered in the city in the past 6 months.
Any proximity to this one?
Shooting in Gramercy Park, stabbing at 42nd and 5th.
So, sort of. DOA got a sheet?
Nothing on him, but he's got a brother under indictment with the feds. Dele Okafor, fraud charges.
They give us a place to look?
A few, but they said he's shifty.
The boss.
Detective Clark?
Yeah, I'm Clark.
Jennifer Devlin, I'm treating Ifeoma Okafor.
How'd you get the name? She talked to you?
A little, but my French is rusty. How'd you get the slice in her hand?
I tried to go through a window. You were French good enough to translate a little?
Not unless you're asking to pass the salt. We're just waiting on the plastics resident, then she's all yours.
How long is it going to take?
How much cash you got?
On me? 50 million.
An hour, hopefully. Got a card? I'll call when she's set up.
Boss called us in, stalking case. What happened?
Nothing.
I remember we got court at 10.
Yeah. Easy with the Charles Boyer Act.
Who?
Never mind. Just watch your step a little.
Hey,
Good morning.
anything on your DOA?
No, nobody's talking. The wife's getting patched up. She'll be here in an hour.
So I guess your conversation with Wells did the trick.
Well, I kept it nice and friendly, like I told you. You get any more hang-up calls?
No,
Well, there you go.
I appreciate what you did.
It's no problem.
I guess I have to live on tips, but I don't think I seemed off the wrong impression that way. Let's talk about it in the room. Okay. I'll get her settled.
Stalking complaint. Hearing's in an hour. The judge is Frederick Owen. Do you know him?
Yeah? He's good. Straight shooter. You look great.
Thanks.
You'll be fine, Connie. I'll see you around.
Thanks again.
I made the mistake of being nice to this guy. And they said he was a doctor. Where'd you meet him? Well, I wait tables over at San Juan Cafe. He started coming in for lunch, sitting in my section, which is fine. I've always had a couple regulars.
Slow down a little.
Sorry. So he's a customer? Mm-hmm. When did this all start? Like 2 weeks ago. First he leaves me his number, says call me, but I just wasn't interested, so I ignored it. Figure, he's lonely.
So, you never had any relations with this doctor?
No. And then somehow he gets a hold of my home number, which is creepy enough. Now he keeps calling me, leaving messages on my machine like he's mad at me or something.
He's been threatening you?
Well, not at first, so I just let it go, figuring he'd stop. But then I got a note under my door at my home the other day, which freaked me out. I wound up calling in sick yesterday because I thought he was going to show up on my shift.
Candace, you need to slow down a little.
Sorry. You still have the note? I threw it down the incinerator. I was so upset. Oh. But I found the card he gave me. Wrote his cell number on the back. Said call him anytime.
What about the messages on your machine? You still have those?
Well, I deleted most of them. They're just so creepy, you know?
Well, don't erase anymore. We might need that.
I don't know. At first I thought I was crazy. Did I lead this guy on? I just want somebody to talk to him, tell him to leave me alone.
Well, we'll talk to this doctor, see what we can do.
I just want it to stop. You know, I have to get back to work.
Don't worry. Go on and head back to work, and we'll take care of this.
Thanks a lot.
Uh-oh.
What?
Whenever you knock first, it's never a good sign.
Do you have a second or not? I got this friend who's weighing something.
Okay.
Something that could take some juice.
Lay it on me.
A waiver for two people in the same command to live together.
A waiver from employee relations.
Yeah, that's it.
Would this friend be in his 50s, mustache, frog pencil holder on his desk?
Perhaps.
That kind of waiver normally requests the married parties work separate shifts.
Yeah, but him and her were hoping to see each other more than 2 minutes a day.
Well, it's a good thing he's looking in with now, instead of after they moved in together.
Which his boss doesn't know about.
Oh, of course not. Tell your friend there's no way that's gonna fly straight up. He's gonna need a contract.
Oh, he's got some juice from the first deputy commissioner who promoted him to first grade.
So your friend just needs someone to spot him. as he attempts this little bit of acrobatics?
So to speak.
I'll look in on it.
I'll tell him.
In the matter of Michelle Callahan,
Officer. What's going on?
Maybe another case.
Your Honor, I have an application here from a John and Barbara Callahan, child's paternal grandparents.
Hearings today. No application was noticed.
Your Honor, I represent Mr. and Mrs. Callahan, if I may be heard.
Quickly, Counsel.
My clients are estranged from their son, Michelle Callahan's father. They have had no contact with him since his incarceration and only recently learned of this custody hearing.
Judge, they can't just show up here like this.
I will handle it, Miss McDowell. The duty was incumbent upon your clients to make reasonable inquiries, Miss Jenno.
I am aware of that, Your Honor, and they failed in that regard. But as the court knows, custody determinations are based on the best interests of the child, and derelictions of procedure...
I'm aware of the law, Miss Jenno. Have you even served Miss McDowell with papers?
Notarized. With your permission?
Your Honor, I don't understand what's happening here.
The child's grandparents are seeking full custody. They served you with an order to show cause, which requires you to show why they should not be granted custody. We will reconvene in 4 days to hear this matter.
Their son killed my sister. That's why we're raising her.
I will review everything, Miss McDowell.
We love that little girl. We took her home from the hospital.
Miss McDowell, you should strongly consider retaining counsel.
They can't just walk in here and do this.
They can. They have. Eddie, call the next case.
Why are you doing this? Excuse me.
You come here, you ambush us? Anything that you wish to communicate regarding this matter, you direct to my attention from here on out.
So what's your next move?
Get a lawyer, fight it.
Connie holding up all right?
Yeah, she's better now. I'm gonna need that waiver.
I'm on it.
Even if we have to work separate shifts, we will. Because we need to bolster our case, seeing as they're accusing us of being unfit parents.
Andy, I got your back, okay? Don't worry about the waiver. Don't worry about having to work separate shifts. Just go handle your business. Leave all that to me.
Okay, thanks.
Wait a second, I'm confused. Well, where were these people 3 months ago?
They're saying they didn't know about any of this until recently.
And they want full custody?
Yeah.
This is a joke.
What are they alleging?
Unmarried working couple, dangerous profession, personal history, you name it.
They hired an investigator?
They must have, yeah. When Valerie calls back, even if I'm in an interview, can you...
Of course.
Andy, Greg had a good point. Maybe we should try to contact the grandparents on our own, see if they'll sit down and talk.
Their lawyer won't let them.
Then let them be in the room. I just need to talk to these people.
It's worth a call. You never know.
All right.
Detective Clark. We got it, thanks. Translator's 5 minutes away.
Everything's gonna work out?
A soda, something to drink, boite, boire.
No drink.
You speak English?
A little.
Why haven't you been speaking it?
I was afraid.
And not answering the door and running from us?
I saw my husband from the window. I was afraid.
All right, did you see what happened to him? Who did this?
Just him lying on the street.
And then we're very sorry for your loss, but we need to ask you some questions if you're up to it. Anyone you know of wanted to hurt your husband?
No.
What do you do for a living?
Park cars and a lot on Astor Place.
You do anything for extra money?
Stock shelves 4 nights a week.
I'm asking more along the lines of being involved with drugs.
No.
No, but maybe he kept it from you.
Yinka had nothing to do with drugs.
What about stealing credit card numbers or identity theft?
I never heard of these things.
Do you have much contact with his brother, Dele?
Yinka did not act like Dele. He was honest.
The way he was killed doesn't support that.
He was honest. Worked hard, too hard.
While his brother was living it up.
He was honest. Honest man.
So you had no contact with his brother?
Dele stayed with us 2 weeks ago. He thought some man was coming to get him.
Who? What man?
He did not say. We did not ask.
You know where you can find Dele? Take your time.
Have a seat, Dr. Hill.
I had to reschedule my morning appointments.
Oh, we felt it necessary that we speak to you in person.
You said someone was using my social security number?
Actually, Dr. Hill, this is in regards to a woman named Candace Hewitt, who I think you know.
Of course I know Candace. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She says you've been harassing her.
What?
Calling her, leaving threatening messages.
That true?
No, of course not. Look, you need to understand that Candace Hewitt is a patient of mine.
You are her shrink?
Until recently, yes. You didn't know that? Candace has some very serious psychological issues. And that's all I can say.
Well, you're going to need to say more than that, Dr. Hale, because you're being accused of stalking her.
Oh, my God.
So you might want to drop the doctor-patient privilege before we put you in cuffs.
When she stopped coming to see me, I called to check up on her. She told me she was fine. She had a job at this diner waiting tables.
Where you've been going to see her every day.
Twice. I felt it was my professional duty. And talking to her, she seemed pretty agitated. I could tell she was off her meds. I'm very uncomfortable talking about this.
Meds for what?
Isn't it obvious?
Oh, we don't want to guess, so why don't you tell us what's going on?
She has severe bouts of delusional paranoia. I asked Candace to schedule an appointment to come in, but she declined. She insisted she was fine. Clearly, that wasn't the case, or I wouldn't be here right now.
Serious psychological issues, but she's holding down a job.
Candace works very well in organized, well-constructed environments. It's when she's on her own that she starts to have trouble.
We'll sort this out and be in touch.
When you talk to her, please ask her to get help. If not from me, then someone else.
Sure.
Anything from Haywood?
Hey, her office says she's in court.
Is she aware of what happened and we need her when she's free?
Yeah, they said she should be here soon.
At Dele Okafor?
Yeah, found him in a pool hall.
The feds are saying that 2 prior African homicides are tied to a fraud ring that's supplying cash to a group of coke dealers abroad. Said this Dele ties right in.
Then why is his brother the one dead?
They said that's Dele.
Big help.
The shrink a collar?
Says Candace is his loony patient. She's the whack job.
That legit?
He's coming off better than she did.
We're gonna track her down.
Detective Clark, Dr. Jennifer Devlin.
Dr. Devlin. Hey, yeah. Your patient came in and we talked to her and sent her home. You too?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay, thanks for everything. We're talking daily? Thanks, Hank.
Got it.
Sorry about your brother.
Yeah, thanks.
Any idea who did it?
How would I know? All right, dispense with the crap, huh? It's no mystery you're a crook.
Businessman.
Under indictment. But for the right information, you might save yourself jail time. You listening?
How can I help?
Your brother in on your scams?
Sometimes.
He make enemies because of it?
A few people.
How about some names? What are you doing?
I'm trying to remember the names.
Or trying to make them up?
Maybe we should clarify, Daly. You drop jail time for good information, not bullshit that wastes our time.
Yinka never did anything wrong. He was a slave in this country.
Meaning what?
He worked 18, 19 hours a day. For nothing. Pennies.
And he never crossed his soul.
Nobody.
And you never served him up to somebody you crossed?
What does this mean?
Never blamed your brother for something you did. Make him an enemy he didn't know he had?
Why would I do such a thing?
You just did it 30 seconds ago.
He's dead.
There's no harm.
Yeah, and when you use his apartment as a hideout, then it maybe put him at risk?
Crossing the street, you're at risk.
Mouthing off to a detective, that's a risk too.
Right, the guys coming after you. Did they ever come after your brother?
No, no chance. Yinka was the kind of immigrant you want in this country.
Not like you.
No. Not like me.
I looked into their lawyer. She's sharp. They have a prepared case.
It's a bunch of lies.
I'm just saying they're prepared. You know they're pushing for full custody, right?
Yeah.
Which could be a ploy so they can compromise on shared custody.
Full, shared, neither one of those is gonna happen.
Connie, they're asking for some form of visitation even before the hearing, and they'll probably get it. You need to prepare yourself.
I can't believe this.
I'll keep tabs best I can. If there's anything else I can do, call me.
Thanks, Valerie. Thanks.
Got a homicide shooting a block from this morning's crime scene.
Don't work yourself up.
I am not giving up that baby.
You won't have to. Don't worry.
Guy caught one in the ear. Mars Hawkins. Casing from a 9's in the gutter.
In the African crime scene, the guy you got into it with.
He got into it with me. You know him?
Woke him out in everyone's business.
He have enemies?
Had to have. Couldn't give me names.
How does this guy relate back to the African? Or was he doing his own investigation?
Cell phone or anything?
He's got a business card with his home phone.
Morris Hawkins. And I call it into Metaboy and Jones. We need everyone Hawkins talked to today.
All right, I'll start a canvas.
Bad chance coming up with a witness. 15 squad at homicide, the 15 squad base.
Anyone talking?
No one. Pretty much what we expected.
Where the hell are Metaboy and Jones?
Snatching up a Josh Braswell. They talked to Morris Hawkins' roommate, and Hawkins have been looking for this kid Josh since after Yinka Okafor was shot.
Kid? How old is he?
16.
Why was Hawkins looking for him?
All the roommate knew was Hawkins wanted to find the kid and was pretty intent.
Braswell got a record?
Pot possession. I'm heading to the deputy commissioner's office.
You'll call with developments?
Anything I know, you'll know.
So we just sit here?
It's gonna work out, Andy.
Yeah? Who's your source?
Coffee?
No. Thanks.
Expect you to come in here. He hasn't come in today. Yeah, well, we spoke to Dr. Hale. You did? Did you arrest him?
Not yet, because he brought something to our attention that you neglected to tell us, Candace. That you were a patient of his.
That's ridiculous.
That you may be having some problems coping since you went off your meds.
What? I am not on any medication. Look, I don't know what this guy told you, but I am not his patient, and I don't know anything about him other than the fact that he keeps harassing me.
Have you ever been under psychiatric care, Candace?
No, I've never even been to a shrink. What the hell is going on?
We're just trying to get to the bottom of this.
Look, I don't care what he told you. The guy is stalking me.
Well, Candace, we're gonna go back and check all the phone records.
Good. Check him out, please. I'll bring in my answering machine. You can listen to the messages.
Well, we may just have to do that.
Fine.
Everything okay?
Ask her. The guy sits in my section every day.
You know who she's talking about?
The doctor guy? Yeah, I tried to serve him yesterday, but he got pretty upset. He only wanted Candace to wait on him.
So he comes in a lot?
Every day, like for the past 2 weeks.
I'm telling you, the guy's a psycho.
All right, we'll look into it further. But you don't want to be wasting our time.
I'm not. I swear.
Where were you this morning, Josh?
Went to my boy Ray's house for a little wake and bake. Pull some tubes.
Pull tubes, what's that, spanking it?
Come on now.
Josh here saying he got high. And using lingo that sure makes him sound cool.
You know a Morris Hawkins, Josh?
Nope.
We got reliable sources say that he was looking for you all day. And then he ended up dead.
Yep, sure does look like it.
We're thinking that Morris getting killed has something to do with the death of an African guy earlier this morning.
Hey, yo, maybe you sold somebody a fake-ass Gucci bag and they got even.
Take off your shoes, Josh.
Why, what for?
Because we're gonna match your shoes to the footprints we got dancing all around the body of that dead African.
Get those shoes off.
Right, wait.
Get them off.
Damn.
You tried to rob the African and went bad? Is that what happened?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I didn't ask if you want fries with that, Josh. Did you kill the African guy this morning?
Yeah. Put it on me. Hey, but remember, I'm a minor.
Yo, try and get away from me. Try and move your arms at least.
Step off, man.
Oh, what? You're 16, Josh. That makes you an adult idiot, not a minor idiot. You cop to this, you'll be doing 25 to life in a federal pen with guys bigger than me. And they'll turn you out as a punk on your first day. And you know what I'm talking about. You're about to give your life away to whoever you're covering for. I'm giving you one last chance.
I didn't pull the trigger. I was there as a witness.
What do you mean, witness?
My boy needed points to be an OG. You know, original gangster.
Points?
5 points for robbery and 10 for a body. 95 to be an OG.
This is a white gang?
It's a gang. I'm in it.
But it's a bunch of white guys?
Yeah, so?
What's this guy's name? The OG.
Pat Reimer.
Pat killed Morris Hawkins when he found out that Morris was hassling you?
That's what he said, but you gotta ask Pat yourself. You guys let Pat know. I didn't put it all on him. I admitted to my part, okay? Because I'm down with my set.
Excuse me, what is going on? I'm with...
We're looking for Dr. Hale.
I'm Dr. Hale.
Dr. Kenneth Hale?
Yes, it's me. Can I help you?
This your card?
Yes, it's mine.
You recognize the phone number on the back?
No. Is there some kind of a problem, or is it...
I think someone's been using your name.
I'm sorry. He gave you my card.
No, he said he was you. You must have got it from your office.
We believe this guy may be a threat. He's been harassing a young woman claiming to be you.
Wow. What does he look like?
A middle-aged guy, about 6 foot, gray hair, beard like a professor.
Oh, my.
You got a name in mind, Doctor?
Could be Adam Zaretsky.
Because he fits the description or the behavior?
I'd say both. Now, let me ask you, has this man done anything physical to this woman while he was passing himself off as me?
Well, does the Zaretsky have a violent history?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the
Oh, if
content.
someone's in danger, you have an obligation.
What's this guy's story?
Adam never indicated any aggression when he was in my care. He wasn't obligated to continue his
Does he
treatment.
have a violent history or not?
10 years ago, Adam Zaretsky killed a woman while he was pretending to be a doctor.
What's he doing on the street?
He was found not guilty by reason of insanity, and after 4 years, it was determined he was no longer in need of
Is this
hospitalization.
Zaretsky's cell phone number?
You have to understand that if it were up to me, he would not have been released. However, they concluded that he was no longer a threat.
Just check the number.
That's his cell phone.
Okay, thanks. Candace left work 10 minutes ago, was heading home. This is her apartment. Open up!
You hear something?
Definitely.
All right, I'm taking the door.
Through here.
On your knees!
You've got this all wrong. I'm a doctor.
On your knees, hands on your head.
I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor.
Candace, are you all right?
She's breathing okay.
She's a very sick woman. She needs care.
Shut your mouth!
I'll call for an ambulance.
I guess if there's black guys out there doing stupid white guy things like playing golf, it's only fair there's white guys out there playing gangster.
Oh, I ain't playing, Chief.
Yeah, you know what? He's right. Killing 2 guys in 1 day, that ain't playing at all.
I don't know nothing about that. I'm just letting your man over here know that ain't no joke.
It's gonna be decision time when you get locked up, Pat. The black guys, they're not gonna protect you because, are you sitting down? You ain't black. And the Aryan Brotherhood, they ain't gonna protect you because it's not about how well you can break dance with them.
Yeah, all right, man. Whatever you say, dude.
We got witnesses, Pat. They saw you kill Yinka Okafor this morning, then you killed Morris Hawkins since he was on to you for killing Okafor.
Yeah, you should hear yourself right now, because you sound crazy.
Same gun was used to kill both guys.
All right, yo, I've been cool with y'all, you know what I'm saying? When y'all hold me at my crib, when y'all shoved me in the back of your ride.
You and your boy, Josh. That's what people saw.
Well, they seen the wrong 2 people, you know what I'm saying?
Did you honestly think that Josh is gonna take the heat? Because he's a minor and he's still got fouls to give? He is 16, dickhead, adult. And the prospects of doing adult time tends to get a 16-year-old's mouth moving. Do you know what I'm saying?
5 points for a robbery, 10 for a body, 95 to be an OG. Seems a little silly now, doesn't it?
But if Josh had more to do with it than just being a witness, we're all ears.
Nah, I ain't saying a damn thing, yo. I ain't no punk.
Lands on you, both murders.
I ain't saying nothing.
This put you over on the scoreboard with your half-ass gang? You a big OG now?
What you think?
Congrats.
You coming from Bellevue?
Yeah, Candace is being treated. She'll be okay. Zaretsky shot her up with ketamine, but there was no sign of sexual assault. Rita's still in with him?
She got a statement. Now we're getting him over for psych evaluation.
How'd he get in her apartment?
Pushed in when she returned from work. There's no doubt he was going to kill her. But halfway through the interview, he started spouting gibberish.
Setting up for another insanity defense.
He can set up whatever he wants. They'll never go let this guy out again.
I want to make this clear that this ain't ratting out, okay?
Call it whatever you want.
It's a cop to my end.
And it's clear how you're owning up to your end. By testifying that you saw Pat Reimer kill Yinka Okafor and that he told you he killed Morris Hawkins.
Yeah.
2 hard-working guys with families who didn't do nothing to you.
I got it, okay?
Yeah, well, you better. Because if you're back in here again, you get no rhythm. This is your break.
Oh, my God. I'm Trish Braswell. It's my son.
Hi, Mom.
Proud day, Joshua.
He was a witness in a homicide this morning. He needs to testify to what he saw, or there'll be charges against him.
What did you do?
Nothing.
He's been running with a gang.
Is this true?
Yeah, it's true, and it's up to you to make sure that your son appears in court.
Believe me, he will.
And in the meantime, keep him off the street.
He is not leaving his room for a year.
Or what? Is he grounded? Do you have any idea what your kid was involved in?
I didn't see this coming.
Being part of 2 homicides don't just pop out of the blue.
What are you saying?
Wake up, lady, before your kid is involved in another murder with him on the trigger.
I am doing my best with him, and you know what? I'm doing it alone. So don't you lecture me.
Yeah, okay.
We're going.
Remember what we said, Josh.
Mr. Now, is that right?
Rita Jenna, counsel for the Colahans.
Let's talk in here. Would anyone like anything? Some soda?
Just so you know, I strongly advised my clients against speaking to you in person, but because they've acceded to your request, let's keep this short and to the point.
Mr. and Mrs. Callahan. We'll admit we were blindsided this morning. We had no idea you had any interest in custody of Michelle.
She is our granddaughter, and we're concerned for her safety.
Which is what we wanted to discuss. She is loved, well cared for, and you're welcome to come by the apartment anytime and see. In fact, we'd be happy to have you over for dinner if you'd like.
Miss McDowell, the only reason my clients are here is to listen to a proposal for custody.
I plan to adopt Michelle and raise her as my daughter. That said, you can see her anytime you like.
That said, my clients will entertain only one proposal, that you relinquish full custody to them in exchange for limited visitation rights.
You're joking.
We're not. So accept that proposal or we have nothing more to talk about.
All right, you want to turn this into a battle. Everyone's going to lose. No one more than the kid.
Oh, and tell us, who was it who raised your other kids?
What does that mean?
Let's not start
You
volleying.
gave up a child out of wedlock. He's an alcoholic, and for some reason you expect us to allow our grandchild to be raised in an apartment with loaded guns?
It's not going to happen. You got a lot of nerve.
Do you have a proposal for custody or not?
We got nothing for you.
Barbara, John, we're done here.
What about you? You perfect?
This conversation is over.
Because the two of you better be perfect.
Believe me, this is not how you want to play this.
I'm done listening to you. Get the hell out of here. They're coming after us for the baby. Digging into us personally. For me, that's a deep well.
Hey, you just get with your lawyer, see what he has to say about this.
What we need is something on these people.
We got 4 days.
I'll get on with DMV. See, can we get their social security numbers?
Yeah, and old addresses, too.
We'll get a list of neighbors together, divvy it up to a canvas.
Any value in talking to his son, Frank? Where's he now, Sing Sing?
I can't sit in a room with him.
I can.
I'll do it. I'm not asking anyone to do anything illegal or anything they don't want to.
Eddie, we're on it.
ASAP. That was Bellevue. Valerie was attacked in the hallway of her building. What? She's okay. She's in the ER being treated.
Yes?
Hi, Detective Jones. I'm looking for Valerie Haywood.
She's right here. She's fine. She's shaken out.
What happened?
It looks like she was hit a few times. We ran some tests. It's all superficial. But when you talk to her, try not to make a big deal about the bruise on her face.
Well, she's worried about that.
I'm just saying from the woman's point of view.
I got it. Thanks. Valerie.
Baldwin, it's okay.
What happened?
I don't know. It was real quick. He came up behind me.
Was it Jerry Wells?
I couldn't tell. He had a mask on, and then I covered up because he started hitting me.
They're running some more tests. I'll be back in a little bit.
Stay with me.
I'll be right back.
Don't go over there. Don't do anything stupid.
I'll see you in a bit.
Baldwin.
Open up!
Yeah.
Open up, Jerry.
Hey! It's okay, sweetie.
What's going on?
I'm a detective, ma'am. I need to talk to Jerry.
The detective who threatened me, Mom.
Well, let's go talk in the hallway.
Let's attack me like you told me you would.
What, you think I'm buying this? I know what you did. I know you're behind what happened to ADA Haywood tonight.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been with my mom and my nieces all day.
I'm gonna get you for this. You can count on that.
You let go of him.
See this, Mom? You see this?
I'm calling the police.
Get the video camera out. Get this on tape.
You can bet your ass we're gonna settle this up.
$5,000 for a retainer. Gotta figure that'll go quick.
I got some savings.
I can take out a pension loan or an emergency loan from the union.
I can too.
I don't want you shouldering this alone.
I don't want you to either.
Most of their ammo is on account of my past.
Oh, they had some for me too.
Yours alone would be easier to weather.
What are you saying?
If it makes sense for us to fight this together, maybe get married to bolster the case, let's do it. But if you or the attorney think there's a better shot without my baggage...
No one's breaking up this family.
It's times like this I wish I'd been a better man.
Auntie, your past made you who you are now. And I love you.
Can I read in here for a little while?
Yeah, sure, Squirt. Come on.
Because the two of you better be perfect.
They're coming after us for the baby, digging into us personally.
Attorney Valiant talking to their son Frank. Where's he now, Sing Sing?
I can't sit in a room with him.
I can.
I'll do it. I'm not asking anyone to do anything illegal or anything they don't want to.
Morning.
Anyone running for you?
I just got here. Gotta go with Frank.
Nothing. I had such high hopes, too. I mean, he beat Connie's sister to death. I put him in jail. Why wouldn't he bend over backwards for us?
Owner says the guy comes walking up, keels over. Stabbed through the eye, looks like.
Where is he?
The owner?
No, his third cousin.
I'll get him.
A big guy. Call him Bogle, 32. Lives up the street.
Prakash Sandahar, nice to meet you.
Yeah, same here. Tell us what you saw.
If I do, you move the body so I can have my customers again? Just kidding, of course. He comes stumbling down the street with his hand over his eye and falls down.
He being chased by anyone?
I did not see that.
You seen him around before?
No, but when I die, I hope I die in front of his business so he loses all his morning customers. I'm kidding.
All right. Thanks for the help.
How long to move the man? Now I'm being serious.
It'll get moved when we're done here.
We can't move him around the corner? I could grab his feet. You grab his hand. We'll move him ourselves. I'm kidding.
Get back into your store right now. You understand me? Get in there, pal.
Sorry.
This guy was probably hired by the Callahans to bait me into getting pissed off, and they're videotaping me right now.
Andy. It's gonna be all right.
Where you been?
Recanvassing Valerie's building.
Anything?
No, nothing yet.
How's she doing?
She shook up, but fine, generally.
Jerry Wells' lawyer called me this morning. Said you nearly assaulted his client the other night.
Yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Also said you threatened Jerry last week. Pattern of harassment, he calls it.
Yeah, well, I call it working the case.
Which I shouldn't be letting you do in the first place. So start working with a little more subtlety or we're both in a jackpot.
You got a number?
Go to Canvaston.
Squad.
Yeah, guy wasn't blocking the door to some bodega, he'd probably still be lying there.
Don't get too comfortable. Check past activity on the DOA's bank card. There's a lot of ATM activity at an OTB on Delancey.
It's a block from the crime scene.
We've been looking into Frank's parents, Andy.
Anything?
Nothing's jumping out yet. I spoke to a bunch of John Callahan's ex-employees. Nothing beyond the guy being a tough boss.
Yeah, the neighbor angle doesn't look promising. There's lots of turnover, and apparently the Callahans are there keeping themselves tight.
Nothing from the FBI or the ATF, but I got a hit from the DEA.
Drug violation?
On February 11th, Barbara Callahan tried to bring 6 ounces of a dry French cheese called Amargue through customs. The cheese contains trace elements of hemp seed, marijuana, banned by DEA rule. She paid a $100 fine, and the cheese was confiscated.
Lady's a regular Pablo Escobar.
What it's worth.
Thanks, Greg.
I got some other calls out, too, including one to Frank's high school guidance counselor.
We appreciate it.
I'm gonna hit this OTB, boss.
Yeah.
Any word from her lawyer?
Nothing.
I'm not saying it's gold, but they could use the cheese thing. Goes to character.
Yeah.
Bernie.
Andy?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Me and Bernie go way back.
So you a cop, huh?
Yeah.
Some reason I always figured you for a butcher.
No, cop, 20 plus years now. Anyways.
Yeah, Colin Bogle, a friend of yours?
I know him. Wouldn't say friend.
Clerk says you and Colin open a place every morning.
Damn, I can't believe you a cop, Andy.
Colin got into a fight earlier. You know anything about that?
Yeah. We were watching the ponies from the car. I go take a leak, come back, see this guy crack Colin in the face right outside there. Guy walks away. Colin runs off holding his head.
Guy have a weapon?
Didn't look like it.
What the guy did this look like?
Hard to make out from where I was. Happened quick, too.
White guy, green guy?
White guy.
Yeah, you didn't go out there and try and help, see if Colin was all right?
He had it coming.
Because Colin's dead.
From getting hit outside there?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Well, he was the get in your face type. Looked like he got in the wrong face. Minute to post. Anything else?
Why don't you give us a second, huh? So how you been, Bert?
All right.
You still playing in your band?
Not for a while now.
Guess you haven't been going to meetings.
Don't need to. For my heart. On a day.
Beer for your heart?
I got my life under control, okay? And you're not my sponsor. We're going to the starting gate.
All right, well, you take care of yourself, Bernie. And if you need anything.
Thanks.
Peter Chattel was one of my students in the early 70s. He's a top aide to Dick Cheney.
I'm sure that started under your good guidance, ma'am. Light milk, 2 sugars.
Oh, who knows? But like I said, you generally remember the good ones.
Which Frank Callahan was not, I take it.
Thinking about it, he was the type who spent more time in the parking lot than in the classroom.
Smoking, drinking.
You familiar with the routine, Detective?
More so than I'd like to admit. Did you recall any inconsistencies in Frank's behavior, anything that might suggest difficulties at home?
I'm still not clear what you need all this information for. It's my understanding Frank's already in jail.
This is regarding his sentencing, since there's a possibility of capital punishment, which is a very serious thing.
Oh, I agree.
If there's anything from his past home life that might warrant a more lenient sentence, we need to know.
So you're asking, did I suspect some kind of abuse in the home?
Frank's an alcoholic. He beat his wife and ultimately killed her. We're wondering if the apple didn't fall far from the tree.
But if I suspect it now, why didn't I report it then? You're asking me to admit I was negligent.
Ma'am, this conversation's between you and me. All we're trying to do is help Frank Callahan, who's looking possibly at death row and could use all the help he can get.
Well, for all I could tell, Frank was a born delinquent. But his sister...
He has a sister?
Adrian. She took such a dramatic turn for the worse. Grades, self-esteem, hygiene, it all went so quickly. I don't know if that helps as far as gauging what Frank experienced at home.
Do you have any indication of what motivated these changes in Adrian?
I tried to talk to her about it, but she shut down.
Do you know where to find Adrian?
Oh, I haven't heard of Adrian in years. But she had a good friend, Betty Nagel. She's on the alumni committee. She might know.
All right, thanks.
DOA got into a brawl outside the OTB.
Any witnesses?
Half of one.
And I just got info on a loan shark worked at OTB. May have had dealings with Bogle.
Gentlemen?
I think I got something regarding your custody issue.
Frank Callahan's great-grandpa was a rum runner in the 20s?
No. Frank has a sister named Adrian.
You serious?
Not only that, but the guidance counselor's pretty sure there was trouble at home.
Like what?
Trouble for Frank or the sister or both?
She couldn't specify, and she doesn't know how to find Adrian. But there's a woman on the alumni committee of her school. She's an old friend of Adrian's, so she's getting her number. Betty Nagel.
Thanks, Greg.
Good work, Medavoy.
Crime scene call. We just got a hit on the Hayward assault.
Yeah, a cigarette box on the stoop outside Valor's building. Prints come back to a Rick Rinaldi. Also matches one they lifted from the door.
You run through BCI?
He's called for drunk driving. Address comes back to Bed-Stuy.
Hit it. Any luck finding Frank's sister?
I ran Adrienne Callahan through DMV. Nothing.
So either she never got a license or she changed her name before she got it.
I got a call into her friend from when they were kids, at least. Waiting to hear back.
We'll find her.
Tony Grimaldi?
Yeah, can you put him in interview 3, thanks?
It's the loan shark the DOA was into. Any crime picked him up for us.
You're in Connie's interview?
Lou, I'm sorry, but I really need to get a hold of Frank's sister.
You and John take it.
Sure. Thanks.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
How's the Shylock business, Tony?
Gave all that up, Detective. I just run my bar now, that's it.
So, the assault caller you took a few years back?
What about it?
State Liquor Authority might be interested how a convicted felon got a liquor license.
License ain't in my name. And I'm a little curious as to all the hostility.
All right, you loan any money to Colin Bogle?
I did. $1,000 2 months ago.
He pay you back?
No.
You go looking to collect the VIG today?
No. I've forgiven all my loans.
Don't piss me off.
I swear I'm out of that business. I'm a promise keeper now.
A what?
Promise keeper. I'm committed to honoring Jesus Christ through worship, prayer, and obedience to God's word.
Since when?
Last Saturday. My brother-in-law, Ronnie, took me to this seminar. I saw what a wretched life I was living. Praise be to God.
Yeah? What about the promise you must have made to Colin when he borrowed the grand? The one about breaking his kneecaps if he didn't pay?
I'm done with all that now. I'm committed to spiritual, moral, ethical, and sexual purity.
Because Colin's dead.
Colin's dead?
Tony, if this is some act, you hiding behind some God Squad bit, I'm gonna come down on you twice as hard.
It's not.
Who else would want Colin dead?
Colin, if I could set aside my faith here for a second, was a real asshole. Real scum of the earth. A lot of guys I know would love to put one in the back of his head. But that's the devil talking, and I've kicked him out of my life, so...
Where were you this morning?
With my wife and children, who I've committed to rebuilding strong ties with through love, protection, and biblical values.
We're gonna call and find out.
Go right ahead.
Just take off. Good to work with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Hi.
Anything from Shylock?
He's born again.
You're kidding.
No. As of last Saturday, he's a promise pilgrim?
Keeper.
Keeper. Promise keeper.
There's another angle to work. Irvin got an anonymous call from a payphone saying that the DOA was arguing with a Marty Irons outside the OTB this morning. Irons works at a music store down the block from the crime scene.
Is Marty coming in?
Yeah, he's on his way up.
Hey, you find Frank's sister yet?
I left a couple of messages for this Betty Nagel. Haven't heard back.
Any word on the grandparents getting that supervised visit tonight?
Not yet, but the later it gets, the better the odds are it won't happen.
15 squad. Detective Clark?
What was it?
Dr. Devlin?
I'll call her back.
Go ahead and take it.
I'm supposed to meet her for lunch.
Just get the call over with.
Hey, no, I'm sorry, I can't make it. I'm up to my ears. Tonight works? Yeah. Okay. You too.
Marty Irons.
Yeah. Detective Sipwis Clark.
Nice to meet you.
So, Marty, you work at a music store on Delancey Street?
Since high school. The job's putting me through Hunter. I made credit shy of graduation. BA in Asian philosophy.
That's great. You know, a Colin Bogle frequents the OTB near your store?
Sure. He'd been coming by a lot lately, the last couple of months.
And doing what?
We have a large goatskin drum from Senegal on display. Mr. Bogle would always come in and bang on it. Usually when he was drunk, which was most of the time.
Did he try and bang on it this morning?
Actually, I found him urinating on our front door when I came to open up.
You two go at it?
He did. I asked him to leave. He ran through his usual laundry list of profanities and insults. Then he left.
Did you hit him?
No. He's twice my size.
So you asked him to leave, he ran his mouth, and he left. And this took place in front of your store?
Yes, sir.
We got a witness says that conversation took place outside the OTB.
Okay, I might have followed Colin down the block a little. I take that back. I was walking away from him. He was following me.
See right there? That's what we call an inconsistency, Marty.
What? Because I misidentified where Colin and I argued by half a block? What difference does it make?
A big difference.
And now it's an argument you had, not you standing there like Abe Lincoln.
You know, I'm telling the truth, being cooperative. And you guys are all reading into little things, trying to make something out of nothing.
All right, one more time. Did you hit Colin in the head this morning?
No.
All right, well, since we got you here, do you mind sticking around for a lineup to eliminate yourself as a suspect?
Innocent folks usually don't mind doing it.
If it'll... Okay, sure.
Up.
You always run when you see cops coming?
Force of habit. I've had some bad experiences.
Yeah, we'll keep it straightforward and honest. You won't have another one. Now explain, what were you doing at 225 University?
I've never been there.
Well, explain your prints off that building's door. Or off the pack of smokes we found by the stoop. Menthols, right?
Yeah, you know what? It's coming back to me now. I was there.
When?
This weekend. Trolling for janitor jobs. Must have stopped in. Are you gonna take these cuffs off?
You went there Tuesday night?
Tuesday I was home watching TV. That crocodile guy.
Because a woman got attacked there Tuesday night.
No, not me.
And this woman, she fought back. Got attacked her skin under her nails. I'm getting a swab from your mouth. If the swab matches the skin...
I don't gotta do that.
You're doing it if I gotta pry those devil teeth open and stick my fist down your throat.
Oh my God.
No, Rick. What happened right now? Because I got no patience for self-pity.
But you gotta understand, I've been out of work 2 years. Fast food, stock rooms, nobody hires an ex-con.
What happened?
I needed money.
If you just wanted money, why'd you beat on her?
I go for a purse, she starts fighting back, you know how it is.
And who put you up to this?
Nobody.
Jerry Wells, Rick. That unclogged the sewer line in your head.
I don't know anyone named Jerry.
You want to take a beating for this?
I just said I did it. Now you're gonna beat me if I don't put it on someone else?
So you just randomly happen on this building, that woman?
I can't pay my rent. I need money. Nothing random about that.
If I find out this is a hand job, I'll take you apart.
Let's go.
I'm not sure.
Well, take your time.
Don't recognize nobody.
You sure?
If I wasn't, I'd tell you.
Kick him.
Can I go now?
I need a minute with Bernie here.
Oh, here we go.
My lineup's over.
I realize that.
Make it quick.
What's the problem, Bernie? You see some guy hit Colin.
From across the street.
You afraid of sticking your neck out?
You ingrate son of a bitch. I've been helping you.
Something tells me you know more than you're saying, Bernie. I need to know everything.
I don't like your tone, Andy. And I don't give a damn if you are a cop.
This guy, Colin, who you knew, is dead.
You gonna look down your nose at me because what? I drink a beer every now and again?
No, we're talking about Colin. We're talking about what you saw.
You're gonna get out the big book, tell me how to conduct myself, even though no one's asking you to?
That ain't the case, Bernie.
Here's an idea. You live your life, stay out of mine, okay? I saw what I saw. I told you what I know. We're done.
Hey.
Baldwin, you don't have to check on me every 2 hours.
I'm just bringing you lunch. You know, the lentil soup you like.
Thank you.
So how you feeling?
Okay. Putting on a brave face.
You don't have to do that with me.
It's helping. There's enough for two.
Yeah, I need to get back in a minute. But, we made a caller. Rick Rinaldi. You ever heard of him?
No. Any connection to Jerry Wells?
No, you said he didn't know Wells.
You buy that?
Yeah, we didn't offhand, but we give him every chance to deal Wells out.
So, this was just wrong place, wrong time?
Yeah, looks like it. It's not much comfort.
Knowing the guy that did this is off the street is all I need. And he is. So there you go.
All right. I better get back.
But Wells knows to stay away from me, right?
He knows.
So you were Adrian Callahan's friend in high school?
Yes. Now, is this about Adrian or Frank?
Ultimately, Frank, but we have questions about their home life in general.
Shouldn't you be talking to Frank?
We know it's confusing. Here's where we're at. Frank's going up for sentencing, and we're trying to get as much information as we can about his upbringing because that will inform the severity of his punishment.
And Frank can say whatever he wants, but that's his version. And his parents, the Callahans, they're not about to volunteer anything negative about how they raised him.
A little clearer now?
So this is to help Frank?
This is to get to the absolute truth, because there's a life at stake.
I'm sorry. If you're looking to help Frank, I'm probably not the person you should be talking to.
Why's that?
He was a bad guy back then. Obviously, nothing changed.
He did something to you?
No. He wasn't a real good brother to Adrian.
Well, we understand that Adrian took a nosedive at one point during high school. Started doing drugs and drinking. Was that problems with Frank or problems at home?
Frank, in my opinion.
Betty, we really need you to be specific.
Adrian was a total Miss Goody Two-Shoes. She never even kissed a guy. Believe me, I would have known. And then one day, she's pregnant. Ends up getting an abortion. Personally, I always thought that Frank had raped her because he was such a hoodlum.
Did you ever ask Adrian about it?
She wouldn't talk about it. And then when the drinking and the drugs started, that was basically the end of our friendship.
We're having trouble locating Adrian.
Yeah. She's been married and remarried. I think her new last name is Caffey. C-A-F-F-E.
No, I got it right. Yep.
Hey. I was going through Rick Rinaldi's parole file, and this jumped out.
A merchant marine based in Genoa, 1988.
That looked awfully familiar. This is Wells's parole file.
His shipmates?
Another conversation with Rick?
Yeah, definitely.
We really appreciate it, Betty.
Yeah.
We got a line on where to find Frank's sister.
And the friend suspected Frank molested her, and he might have got her pregnant.
And he molested his own sister?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, proving it, that's another deal.
Well, it shines a light on the family, at least.
I'll bring our lawyer up to speed.
Yeah, I'll track down Adrian.
Yeah, Andy, we dumped Bernie's cell phone. There's a call into the music store Marty Irons works at. He placed it right after we left the OTB this morning. You can take it alone if you want.
Go ahead, Andy. I'll make the calls.
It's gonna be all right.
It was a bad family. They couldn't even raise their own kids right.
I know.
Got it. What's going on?
Tell us about Genoa, Rick.
What now?
Genoa, where your parole file says you were stationed with the Merchant Marines in 1988.
Yeah, with Jerry Wells as your shipmate.
That's not the guy you were asking about.
Oh, you know damn well it was.
I haven't seen him in 15 years.
Then it's some coincidence. You attacking the woman that he's in a beef with.
Guess so.
Now, this woman, the district attorney, she means a lot to me. And when I look at her all bruised up, it makes me want to kill the guy who did this.
It wasn't personal.
Now, shut up! But I'm more interested in taking down the guy behind it, rather than the idiot for hire.
I did it all on my own.
Unless that idiot for hire keeps taunting me about lying straight to my face.
This is all on me.
Then that idiot will face a full ride from the court, but only after he takes a trip to the alley with me.
What's going on here, Rick? Jerry Wells hire you?
No.
Does he have something on you?
I'm sorry I hurt your friend, but I did it on my own. And if we're going to the alley, then let's get it over with.
You made a call on your cell phone this morning to a music store right after we talked to you.
So?
Marty Irons works there. The same Marty Irons who was in the lineup earlier and you failed to pick out.
I wasn't calling for no Marty. I just needed some guitar strings.
All right, in 5 seconds, we're gonna haul your ass in front of the grand jury so that you could lie to them. Then we'll have you indicted for perjury and you'll end up doing more time than the guy who did the murder.
So this is how it is, huh?
Looks like it. Get on your feet, Bernie. Let's go.
All right, it was Marty. I saw him hit Colin.
And you didn't tell us this earlier because?
Colin was an asshole. Marty's a good kid. He lets me come into the store and play the guitars whenever I want.
Well, why did you call Marty after we talked to you the first time?
I was gonna tell him to turn himself in so I could stay the hell out of this. I ended up hanging up.
Who started the fight?
I looked over, they were jawing at each other. Colin shoved Marty, and Marty did his thing.
And you weren't involved in any way? You weren't in it with Marty?
Will you vouch for me here?
What did Marty use to kill Colin?
Damn hands. He's into that jujitsu nonsense.
He didn't use a knife, maybe a pen?
He don't need it. He's a karate man.
I'll get Marty in here.
So what happened, Bernie?
Just some things. My problem, not yours. Got arthritis in my hands. Can't play anymore. Not good enough, anyway.
What about your grandkids you were so proud of?
All grown up.
So the alternative is getting trashed every day at the OTB?
I guess so.
We both know it's harder living a right life. I'm currently going through something where people are using my past against me and I'm getting my ass kicked. It's hard. It'd be a lot easier to just duck into a bar and stay there, but it's not a life, Bernie. Is this what you really want?
This is what I can handle right now. This is how I handle it.
Sorry.
What's up?
I got a hold of Adrian Callahan. Do you want to come with me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get the car.
All right. Somebody will be coming in here to get your statement.
I got your card already.
This is my home number. You want to go to a meeting? I want to get some coffee, whatever, whenever. You just call me.
Well, let me take the lead.
No, I got it.
If you tee off on this guy, it could be your job.
Greg.
Yeah. Let me handle it.
You know what the hell is this now?
You're a caller. Acting in concert on assault.
Oh, perfect. More harassment. I'm gonna own your ass.
Yeah? Rick Rinaldi just gave you up, Jerry. So it's us owning you. You want to talk a deal, you got 30 seconds.
Sorry, fellas, I don't know a Rick Rinaldi.
Are your buddy in the Merchant Marine who you forced into attacking ADA Hayward? You remember now?
I forced him? I forced a grown man into attacking someone.
We'll call it extortion then, because he told us all about what you're holding over him.
What's this?
How he's into you for 10 grand, because his mom needs a hip operation. And this is how you made him pay it back.
Your 30 seconds are up.
Whoa,
Let's go.
wait, whoa! That guy did a murder, okay? That's what I got to deal.
Rinaldi did a murder.
He's not into me for money. I saw him kill a guy in a bar fight.
And where'd it happen?
92, gin mill in Singapore. Got into it with this South African, smacked his head, and died. It's murder.
Which you've been holding over him ever since.
A few errands here and there.
You like beating up a woman?
Which I should be able to trade for the info on the murder that he did.
We need what you said to Rick before we consider anything.
I told him to rough her up, and then we're even.
Hey! Oh!
I should put a bullet in your brain.
Whoa!
Baldwin?
You should thank this man, Jerry. He just saved your life.
You're Connie McDowell? Yes. Hi. Hi. This is Andy Sipowicz. Adrian, Kathy. Come in. Sorry for the mess.
How many you got?
2 boys. So, Frank, it's terrible what happened, but I should tell you I really haven't spoken to him in a long time. Would you like to sit? Thank you. So, he's in jail, right?
That's right.
So, what exactly do you need from me? Frank's wife, Michelle, was my sister. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. She was pregnant when Frank killed her, so I took custody of the baby. And when I went to formally adopt her, your parents came out of nowhere and contested it.
Charging that we were unfit to raise her.
It's basically left us defenseless, so we're forced to look into them. Well, I haven't spoken to my parents in 15 years.
What's the reason for that, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I don't see how it's relevant, but we just don't see eye to eye. Well, in talking with people, we found out that you and Frank both had tough childhoods. I'm really sorry my parents are doing this to you, but I don't think I can help. But you can. You can tell us why you went from being a really good kid to suddenly doing drugs and drinking. Well, I was the only one. I was a teenager.
You could talk about who got you pregnant.
Who told you that?
Did Frank do that to you?
No, that's crazy. I got a lot to blame Frank for, but not that. Then who? That's none of your business. I really can't help you. I'm sorry. You understand the hearing is in 2 days. The kids will be home soon. You should leave now.
If it wasn't your brother, was it your father?
Get out. And I mean right now.
Adrian, help us. If he forced you to have sex with him, what makes you think that he won't eventually do it again?
Get out.
Have a seat, Marty. Talked to some people at your old high school. Impression I got was you had a hard time of it.
This is getting a little ridiculous.
Your name was Marty Seaman back then, right?
So?
And the other kids had a nickname for you? Spooge?
Do you have a question or not?
That's what got you into martial arts, right? Karate, Aikido, both of which you have black belts in.
What is the question? Why am I here?
Dim Mak. Death Point Striking. Your internet homepage talks all about it. Lists all kinds of ways to kill someone. My favorite's where you stick your finger through a guy's eye, clean into his brain. You see where this is going, Marty? You killed Colin Bogle this morning. I know it. I got a witness who backs me up. But he shoved you. And that's important.
I was defending myself.
Exactly. So now the first thing we need to work on is why you didn't call 911 right then. Why you been lying all day.
I was scared.
Okay. That's fine. Perfectly understandable.
And I was afraid no one was going to believe me. I was defending myself.
I understand. What you're going to want to do is when you go before the grand jury, you're going to want to tell your side of it.
Okay.
Because some people are going to argue, even though he shoved you first, that since you know all this high-level karate, you're at fault. And some people are going to argue that since you got teased in high school, the fact that you have 2 black belts shows that you were waiting for this day. Waiting for a chance to kill a bully.
That's not true.
And I agree with you. But that's what people are going to say. And they also might point out that if you didn't have all this training, what would have happened, maybe should have happened, is that you punch Colin in the nose and that's the end of it. Instead, Colin is dead.
I didn't want to kill him. He had this crazy look in his eyes. He moved toward me, and I reacted. I'm sorry. I'm not a bad person.
All right. What you need to say is, you walked away from this guy. He followed you, got in your face. You told him repeatedly to back off. He came after you anyway. Now, he was a huge guy. You were in fear for your life. I'll put in a good word with the DA.
So you believe me?
If I didn't, you'd be in a whole different situation right now, Marty.
Wells finished his tape?
Yeah, we're just heading to central booking.
Rick Rinaldi?
Yeah, he's coming too.
What happened in Singapore? That worth pursuing?
Yeah, there's no love lost for Rinaldi, but mope that he is, I've been thinking press for the maximum on the assault. Let it go at that.
All right. So?
Adrian's not cooperating. Any word from our lawyer?
Just that he'd be a little early.
I'm heading now. Anything comes up with your attorney that I can be of help with, call.
Thanks.
How'd it go with Marty?
He went for it. I talked to the DA. He'll push for justifiable.
Maybe Adrian just needs a night to sleep on it.
She threw us out, so who knows?
Good night.
This late and still no word on visitation. I mean, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Connie, Andy.
Let's talk in here. You got my message about Frank Callahan being willing to testify in exchange for being transferred to another prison?
I did.
I know it's a long shot.
We can't call him, Andy.
You said the Callahan's relationship with the kids was crucial.
It is. But Frank won't testify without an inducement, so he'll be easy to impeach. Beyond which, the testimony of a convicted killer isn't worth much. What else we got?
There's a daughter in the picture, Adrian. We think she may have been sexually abused by her dad.
She'll testify to that?
No, not yet.
Well, obviously, we'll need her to testify for that to carry any weight.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
How about you? What else? What do you got for us?
Sorry. Dan Reardon? Yeah. All right, they'll be there. The custodial visitation's been approved. Don't get discouraged. This was likely. The court just wants to see how the Callahans relate to the child. Now, here's the address for the Family Services Building. You'll need to be there with the baby in an hour.
Listen, assuming that we can't dig up any more dirt, where does that leave us?
There are a lot of positives here. You two have bonded with Michelle. You have a longer life expectancy than her grandparents. And we have a parade of character witnesses who will sing your praises.
Is that going to be enough?
We're going to do everything we can.
Is it enough?
Family court, it's a crapshoot. And the Callahans have a case. You might have to reconcile yourselves to the fact that they may get shared custody. Or more.
We need a minute.
Sure.
I can't believe this is happening. No, Andy.
All right, listen. You take Theo and the baby over to Rita's. You stay there tonight and don't tell anybody where you are.
What made you want to be a cop?
My dad was one. How about you? Come from a long line of ER doctors?
Dad's an actuary. Mom teaches third grade.
So how'd you get into medicine?
In junior high, we went on a field trip to this wildlife preserve, and this bear, he broke free and went at our teacher. Basically disemboweled him with one swipe of his claw.
Oh my God.
The bear ran off, and I held my teacher, and I thought, never again. Never again.
You serious?
No. My grandfather was a doctor. Got it from him.
I knew you were joking. I didn't buy it for a second.
Yeah, right.
I'm glad you made it out.
I am too. Our schedules haven't made it easy.
Yeah, well, that's a good news, bad news thing.
Bad news being?
I don't have a lot of free time, but the free time I do have, I tend to make the most of it.
I find you very interesting. And sometimes being a resident really blows. I need to go.
Okay. Let's get you a cab. Okay.
I'd like to see you again.
When?
Yesterday.
I'm busy yesterday. How's Friday?
I don't know my schedule.
We'll work it out.
Even if it's last minute?
Even better.
I tend to make the most of my free time, too.
Mr. Sipowicz? Tina Haber, Child Services.
Where's Michelle?
We couldn't bring her.
Excuse me?
She caught a cold, 102 fever.
You are unbelievable.
Mr. Sipowicz, we really would have appreciated a phone call.
Well, he didn't have time to call. He just thought it up in the car.
Are they in the parking lot?
No.
Do we need to call her attorney to force you to produce Michelle?
You can do whatever you want. You're not going to see that kid tonight.
John, call the lawyer.
No. Let them have their time, because this is the last they're going to see her.
I wouldn't count on that.
Why? Because you're a cop? You think you can defy a court order?
Kid's sick.
You're a liar, along with being a drunk.
I'd be real careful about throwing stuff like that around.
I think maybe we should just call this off for tonight.
Day after tomorrow. It's the last time you see that child. I promise you.
We'll see.
I think I got something regarding your custody issue. Frank has a sister named Adrian. Not only that, but the guidance counselor's pretty sure there was trouble at home.
I'm really sorry my parents are doing this to you, but I don't think I can help. You can tell us why you went from being a really good kid to suddenly doing drugs and drinking. I was a teenager.
You could talk about who got you pregnant.
I really can't help you. I'm sorry. You understand the hearing is in 2 days.
If it wasn't your brother, was it your father?
Get out!
Assuming that we can't dig up any more dirt, where's that leave us?
You might have to reconcile yourselves to the fact that they may get shared custody, or more. Ready?
Sure.
Detective, where do you keep your handgun at night?
On top of a bookcase out of reach of my son.
Locked up?
No, but completely out of reach of my son.
Has your 6-year-old son ever held your gun?
Yeah, because if you don't let your kids see it, they get more curious about it. You show them the gun, unloaded, of course, you let them hold it, and then the mystery's gone and they don't go looking for it.
How many times have you let your son hold your gun?
I got it, Dan, all right?
If you're getting impatient with me now, Andy, how are you going to react on the stand when you're being questioned by the Callahan's attorney?
I have testified more times than I can count.
Not in a child custody hearing.
Andy, we need to do this.
All right.
Would you describe yourself as a violent man?
No.
Ever get physical with anyone?
I'm a detective, so yeah.
Confrontations when arresting people?
Stuff like that.
You ever beat a suspect you were questioning?
What's this got to do with the kind of parent I am?
If the question's objectionable, I'll object.
If you're arguing that using appropriate force makes me an unfit parent, then there isn't a fit parent in this department.
Don't say things like, if it makes me an unfit parent. It's not worth putting that idea in the judge's head. How often have you had confrontations with suspects that required force?
Not a lot.
More than 10 times?
Yeah.
More than 20?
Okay, Dan, enough. I get it.
Let's just finish with the questions, then we can run through what your responses should be.
My responses are going to be my responses, all right? Let's get that straight.
I'm talking about your delivery more than the content.
This is who I am, okay? I'm not going to all of a sudden turn into Jimmy Stewart by 5 o'clock today.
You hired me to help win your case. And practicing the cross-examination is one of the things I need my clients to do. If you want me to reiterate what a good case the Callahans have, I will.
We have to be as ready as we can.
All right. Detective Sipowicz, are you an alcoholic?
Hey.
Morning, John. Where's Andy?
Him and Connie are meeting the lawyer.
Any developments on that front?
I don't know. What do we got?
Lisa Checky, 41. Blow in the head with a blunt object, presumably that hammer. Blood's still wet, so it happened this morning.
Any signs of sexual assault?
Not that I can tell.
There's no sign of forced entry. There's nothing ransacked. Doesn't look like anything was stolen.
We got the neighbor who called it in, Carla Howell.
Ms. Howe, Detectives Clark and Ortiz.
This is terrible.
Just terrible.
Now, you knew Ms. Checky?
Just say hi and bye, that's it.
How'd you come upon the scene?
I was taking a load of laundry down the wash when I heard Lisa arguing in her apartment with someone. Sounded like a man.
When was this?
8:15.
Could you hear what they were arguing about?
No, and I stopped and gave it a good listen to make sure it wasn't anything too violent. Couldn't make out any words. Went down and put a load in, came back, doors open. That's how I found her.
Did you recognize the man's voice?
No, but she has been dating this guy, Stan. My guess it was him. Him who was arguing with her. Not saying it was him who killed her. Although he's somebody you could start with.
You get a last name on this Stan?
No, just Stan. He was younger. Good-looking guy. Almost like he was a little out of her league. Because Lisa was a little on the mousy side, if you know what I mean. But that's none of my business.
Yeah. Thanks for your help.
DOA might have been dating a Stan, somebody.
All right, we'll dump her phone.
Andy.
Hey, Diane.
No, don't get up. How's Theo?
Doing great.
Connie and the baby?
Great. How you doing?
Good. You know, I feel good. So, what's going on?
We got this, when Connie went for the permanent adoption, the parents of the baby's father showed up in family court contesting it on the grounds that we're unfit.
The father who killed Connie's sister?
Yeah. They showed up with this high-priced lawyer who looked under every rock and found a lot to use against us. And all we got on them is the possibility that their daughter, Adrian, was raped by her father, which she refuses to admit.
How certain are you the rape actually happened?
Evidence-wise, pure speculation. But when we brought it up, her reaction said it happened.
All right.
But then she shut down on us hard, and she wouldn't let us talk to her again. And even if we could, I don't know if it'd do any good. You being in special victims, I thought maybe you'd have another angle.
Is she married?
Yeah.
Kids? Did you get the sense she dealt with this, talked about it?
I don't know, but my guess would be no.
Because if she's got a whole life built up, Andy, it'll be tough to convince her it's worthwhile.
Yeah, that's what we ran into. Which could have been because of how we put it to her. Connie being desperate and me being me.
You think I have a better shot talking to her?
You got a lot more experience with this kind of case.
You're hoping she'll open up if I tell her the same thing happened to me?
That's not why I called you.
Oh, it's all right if it is.
I don't know what else to do.
Where can I find her? When's your final hearing?
5 tonight. Diane, we're desperate.
Have a seat, Stan. Tell us about you and Lisa Checky.
What?
You got a lot of calls to her recently. What about?
Her needing to get her life straight, pretty much. She okay?
Oh, she's involved in something. How'd she need to get her life straight?
She's a nice person, don't get me wrong, but kind of a doormat.
Doormat? That's what you call your girlfriend?
Ex. Breaking up, that's what the calls were about. She tried to kill herself. Is that what this is about?
No. Why'd you go there?
She was pretty shattered about us busting up. When it's over, right? People just gotta go their separate ways.
What ended it? Instead of dropping crumbs, why don't you just lay it out so it doesn't take all day?
She was boning her brother-in-law, which A, is unfaithful to me, and B, disrespects her sister.
How'd you find this out?
I come over to visit, unannounced. He comes walking out the door, his hair all mussed up, his face all flushed. She thinks the only way to preserve her youth is by going slut. Ripcord, I'm out of there. That's the book on her. Your turn. What's she involved in?
She's dead, Stan. Killed this morning.
Get out.
Might have been a robbery. Maybe not.
What? Wait. You're just dropping this on me? But she's dead? She's killed? Like I don't have feelings for her?
Your doormat ex.
Yeah, but we still... Oh, my God.
Where were you this morning, Stan?
You gotta be kidding. You know, if you weren't a cop, that would get you a pop in the mouth.
Yeah, well, I am a cop, and I'm asking.
Did she suffer?
Stan, where were you?
Atlantic City with my dad.
When'd you get back from Atlantic City?
7, 8, I don't know. Your dad will confirm? Yeah.
Can you think of anyone else who might have done it?
I don't know. What's her brother-in-law's name? Pete Kazarian. Now, if we're done,
Yeah, take off.
Have a seat, Mr. Kazarian.
I hate to resort to a cliche that my time here is literally costing me money.
Well, where were you at 8 this morning?
On my way to work. Couldn't this be discussed in my office?
Can anyone confirm your whereabouts at 8?
A couple of hundred people on the number 4 train with me. Will they do?
What's your relationship with Lisa Checky?
She's my wife's sister.
Are you close?
To Lisa, not particularly. Is Lisa in trouble?
The landlord says you've been helping her with the rent. Why is that?
Why do you care?
Go ahead and assume we have a good reason.
Lisa's had some money trouble over the past 6 months. I've offered to help out.
Because you're such a nice guy?
Basically, yeah.
Not because you're sleeping with her.
What? Sleeping with her? Are you out of your mind?
When's the last time you were at Lisa's apartment?
I haven't been to her apartment in, I don't know, months. Sleeping with her. Did Lisa tell you this?
We have witnesses who put you at her apartment repeatedly over the last few weeks.
Why have you been there?
Okay, guys. Did Lisa tell you that I've been sleeping with her? And even if she did, what am I doing here? I need answers now, or I call my attorney.
Lisa's dead. She was murdered this morning.
You're joking.
We're not.
I have a relationship with my assistant. Lisa's apartment is near the office. We've met there occasionally.
Lisa let you use her apartment to cheat on her sister.
I told Lisa I would help out with the rent in exchange for access to her apartment. I told her it was so I could nap there during the day.
That's a pretty elaborate scenario there, Mr. Kazarian. Now, you sleeping with Lisa, that's a little more believable.
I have never slept with her, and I didn't kill her.
So talk us out of it.
Lisa was a really needy person with low self-esteem, and she had bought the affections of a string of boyfriends who were all basically deadbeats. Stan. That was the most recent guy, and he really took advantage of her.
Well, like you did.
I'm not perfect, but I had nothing to do with Lisa's death. Nothing, okay?
No, that's not okay. We're gonna need to talk to your assistant, your wife, and your co-workers. As soon as you're done being heartbroken.
I got everything.
What's the brother-in-law saying? That he wasn't boning the DOA, that he was renting time at her apartment so he could bone his assistant.
Very classy.
We believe him. We're gonna call the assistant and find out.
Yeah, he put it back on Stan Diedrich.
Looked into the DOA's bank activity. Stan Diedrich cashed a $10,000 check from the DOA a week ago.
Well, he mentioned that when you talked to him the first time?
No.
And we ran his phone, calls to a bookie, and 1-800 handicapping lines.
Did we check his alibi?
He said he was in Atlantic City with his dad, who we're still trying to get a hold of.
Let's haul Stan's ass back in here.
You got it.
Where have you been?
I reached out to Diane Russell.
What about?
She's in sex crimes now.
Is she gonna talk to Adrian?
She's gonna try.
When?
She knows we got court at 5.
Andy, that's great. That's a great idea.
Well, we'll see. Nothing's for sure.
But Diane seemed confident.
She said she'd try and talk to Adrian. That's all it was.
Okay.
You a gambler, Stan? Sit down. Where's this coming from? Ran your phone, checked your numbers. A lot of calls into a loan shark named Vincent Ficano.
Yeah, okay, I gamble. Didn't I tell you I was in Atlantic City this morning? I wasn't there to look at the ocean.
You addicted?
No, but thanks for asking. What's up, guys?
Lisa Checky fund your gambling?
No.
She wrote you a lot of checks over the last 6 months. 100 here, 200 there.
Which I paid back, and I have the canceled checks to prove it.
Got one for 10 grand from last week.
That was a special loan. She didn't want that back.
Your doormat ex didn't want her 10 grand back.
That was for a partnership in a business.
A horse named Paul Revere, maybe.
Online sports memorabilia. Signed cards, jerseys, baseballs. Her end was the cash. Mine was running the business.
So this is something that's up and running?
Almost.
Any paperwork to prove that it exists at all?
A part of the 10 grand was for the attorney to drop the papers, who I was on the phone with when you barged in.
What a coincidence.
Come on. I told you before, I was in Atlantic City this morning.
Hotel doesn't have a record of you.
My dad booked the room and paid the tab. Look, check the eye in the sky at the Taj. $25 blackjack, third table from the end. I'm the guy with the big stack of Hundy chips.
All right, Stan, this is where the tide starts to turn, either for you or against you.
You just check with my dad.
We've been trying. He's not returning our calls.
Well, keep trying. In the meantime, a little benefit of the doubt.
Not a lot to base that on, Stan.
Am I under arrest? May I leave?
Yeah, why don't you go home and stay there?
Agent Caffey, Detective Diane Russell. Can I talk to you?
About what?
Your niece, Michelle, her custody hearings this afternoon.
Did the other detectives send you?
They thought you might be more comfortable talking to me. I handle sexual abuse cases.
Look, I have no interest in being part of this.
If you give me 5 minutes, I can explain why you might. 5 minutes. Thank you. You have a very nice home. Family, too, I understand. 2 kids?
That's right.
I really appreciate you giving me this time.
Why don't we just get to it?
This isn't something I talk about very often, but there's a lot at stake right now. And sometimes you have to stand up and be as courageous as you can, even though you'd rather hide from it. My father sexually assaulted me. It started when I was 5 years old, when he would wash me in the bathtub. When he was inappropriate, I told myself he just didn't know where to put his hands. And things got worse. By the time I was 12, he was making me do sexual things.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but it doesn't apply to me.
I had a very hard time with long-term relationships. A lot of fighting. I could never explain my side of things because of my secret. Until I dealt with it. It nearly killed me.
I need a glass of water. Can I get you something?
I'm fine, thanks. Because of what happened, I turned into a drunk. I'd drink all day. Hid bottles everywhere. In my purse, in the laundry hamper. I was 36 years old before I could talk about it. But when I finally did, I was able to get my life back.
What's your point, Detective?
Adrian, if your father did to you what my father did to me, and you can live with your secret, that's one thing. But if he's going to do the same thing to your niece and you don't do anything to stop him, that's on you. And you won't be able to live with that secret.
How dare you put this on me? I have a husband. I have 2 wonderful children. I have a life. I am not some drunk.
No. Because if you were, I suggest switching to vodka, saving yourself the gum.
What are you talking about?
I know what you did in the kitchen, Adrian. I used to do it myself.
I can't help you. My children will be home from school any minute. Please, go.
If you change your mind, just want to talk now or anytime, call me.
Martin Diedrich, someone called me in.
Detective Jones and Mattavoy. They'll be back in a minute.
That's okay.
Have a seat.
Appreciate it. Don't apologize. Now, you did the best you could. We really appreciate it, Diane. Yeah, bye.
You guys shut down?
Yeah.
Excuse me, sweetheart. The message said urgent, and I got a job to get back to.
What'd you call him?
I didn't mean nothing.
You want to call me sweetheart, see what happens?
Hey, what's your problem?
All right, come on.
What's going on?
Martin Dietrich, get him in a room.
Come on, let's go.
Get it.
Asshole.
I don't want to hear it, all right?
All right.
I just need a minute to cool down.
Take all the time you need.
These grandparents. What did they do, huh? What did that old lady do? Have the girls over for high tea, you know, go to the charity ball? And how about him? What did he do when he wasn't molesting his own daughter, huh? Working on his golf game, buy low, sell high. I served my country. I served my city. I spent my whole adult life getting killers and rapists and thieves off the street. I've done good in my life, but they're gonna paint me out to be a bum, a drunk, when I spent my whole life protecting them. They're gonna take Connie's baby, John. And they're gonna go through me to do it.
Where were you this morning, Mr. Diedrich?
At the ball guy's boyfriend out there, that why he got so pissed?
You want to bring him in and ask?
Where you been all day? Feels like you've been dodging us.
Not the case. I was out running around all day. Didn't check messages.
So where were you early this morning?
Coming back from Atlantic City on a shuttle.
By yourself?
I was with my son, Stan.
What time'd you get in?
We took the early one. Leaves a little after 5. Gets in, I don't know, 7.
You know Elisa Checky?
What's the problem here, fellas?
Do you know her or not?
She got her money, okay? She claiming different?
What happened this morning?
I went over and gave her the 10 grand, cash. If she's saying different, she's homely and a liar.
Why'd you take 10,000 cash over there to begin with?
She claimed Stan forged the check, and she was gonna call the cops on him today if she didn't get the money in cash, which she got.
Do you always pay off your son's debts?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Well, we got witnesses who heard arguing from Lisa's apartment this morning.
Well, I'd like to see you hand over 10,000 of your own money and not get a little pissed off.
You're right, I probably would get angry.
Trust me, you would.
Especially if she may have loaned that money to my son in the first place.
That is what happened. She made it up about him forging the check only after he broke up with her.
So what we're saying here, Martin, we understand what happened, how it happened. Those are big factors.
Okay. Factors in what?
In what went wrong this morning.
What went wrong?
She's dead. From the beating you gave her.
No way. No way. I didn't kill that woman. I left and she was counting the money.
You were the last one there. You argued. This is one of those cases where you can say you didn't do it all day long. It's gonna land on you regardless.
I didn't kill her.
Last chance to talk about it, Martin.
I didn't do it. I swear to God.
Your dad walked right into it. Put himself there, admitted to arguing with the DOA, but something's not right as far as this guy doing the murder.
You didn't behave at all like a guy who killed someone earlier today.
Perps have been known to lie, Meadow Boy.
So the son then, Stan?
Maybe.
Well, let's bring him back in.
You brought this guy in twice already, and at some point he's just gonna get irritated and lawyer up.
All right, so what then? Don't talk to him ever again?
I'm saying don't just bring him in and play it by ear.
You're saying we need to know as much as we can about Stan first before we go at him one more time, and I tend to agree.
Well, you know who we should talk to? Maybe Stan's loan shark, the one he had all the calls into the last couple days.
All right, do that first.
Let's establish some ground rules. You tell me what this is about up front, or I sit here with a big grin on my face till my lawyer gets here.
We're investigating a homicide. Now, we know you're a loan shark.
I prefer freelance loan specialist, the majority of which is $50 or less, so hardworking people can pay their gas bills.
And we know you're a bookie, and you can call it whatever you want. We don't give a damn. This is about getting some background on somebody, all right?
Who died?
You don't know her.
You know Stanley Diedrich?
Yeah, I know Stan.
A lot of calls between you and Stan last couple of days.
He took out a loan about a month ago, hence the calls.
How much?
$6 grand.
He pay you back?
And this conversation has nothing to do with my livelihood.
Oh, we could make it about that if you keep dragging this out.
When the due date came, Stan told me he was short. I made clear to him that was unacceptable. And regardless of whatever financial pitfalls he was in the midst of, my mouth needed to be fed first. Since then, he met his obligation.
When did he pay you back?
Today, a couple hours ago.
He gave you $6,000 cash today?
7 with the VIG, plus 3 he put on a horse at Yonkers and some arena football games, which didn't seem so smart, but I don't pass judgment.
That's 10,000 total. In cash.
Yeah,
You deal it all with Stan's dad?
yeah. He's paid off some of Stan's loans.
He ever threaten you? Ever get physical with you?
No. So Stan's dad's involved in this now.
We don't know yet.
This is the ugly part of the business, you know? The desperation. And then they hit that last banana peel and sayonara.
Stan got any other banana peels out there, as far as you know?
This idiot's got 60 grand in markers all over town that I know of. So yeah, I guess he might want to watch his step.
All right, we're done, Vince. Thanks for your help.
Excuse me. It's a detective role.
Larry, I've got it. Adrian, you wanna...
I just wanted you to know that I had thought about what you'd said. And it's not going to be possible.
You mean testifying?
Even if it were true, what you said about my father, I couldn't do it.
Why?
I've lied to my husband about everything. I'm afraid if he found out now, he'd leave me.
If you keep lying, he'll go anyway.
I'm a mess. I feel like my whole life's gonna come apart.
Adrian, it needs to come apart.
We fight all the time. The kids are always scared. The only peace I ever get is when the house is empty and I can unwind.
You mean drink? Have you ever talked with anyone about this?
No. But on the way over, I was thinking it might be beneficial to do that with someone who's had a similar experience. Even a support group, maybe.
Adrian, we both know why you're really here.
I did not come here to testify.
Maybe that's what you told yourself so you'd make the trip to Brooklyn. But now that you're here, we both know that's what you need to do.
Why did you do this to me?
I know. It feels horrible now. But it gets better when you finally confront it.
I don't know if I can.
Open the door, Stan!
Open it or we'll take it down.
What now? Because I'm in the middle of something.
Is it any concern we got your dad in a cell right now?
What the hell for? Oh, come on!
All right. Let's go someplace where you're not so distracted.
5 minutes, okay?
10-yard penalty. Repeat the third down.
What the hell?
Sit your ass down. You know your dad saw Lisa Checky this morning?
What are you talking about?
He saw her to pay back the 10 grand you stole. You know what time that was?
It's off, Stan.
8 o'clock, around the time she got killed. You know what that means? That we're looking at your dad for a murder.
You're out of your mind.
All right, well, that's the way it's going, unless you got a different story.
My dad did not kill Lisa. It's not in him.
We're inclined to agree. Also, he didn't have a 7 grand marker with Vincent Ficano.
Neither do I.
Not as of 6 hours ago. Stan, did you tell your dad to pay off Lisa Checky or she'd go to the cops?
No.
So you didn't watch him go to her place, watch him deliver the money, then go in after him and steal it?
Do I look like a master criminal?
You look like a desperate little slob who's got debts all over town. Debts with guys who break bones.
According to Vincent Ficano, there's a lot of heat on you right now. It makes sense that you'd be scared out of your mind. Makes sense that you do something desperate. But if you want to sell that to a judge, you don't do it by letting your dad take the rap.
I can't help you. Please turn the TV back on.
So you're gonna let your old man go for this?
Can I just see the score of the game? 2 seconds!
Or the TV goes out the window with you following it down.
Great. Just great.
Scumbag. Let's go.
We don't like the dad for it.
Even though he was the last one at the DOA's apartment and he had to fork over $10,000?
If he killed her, he would have taken the 10 grand with him.
So the money was found at her apartment?
No. But the son, Stan, paid off 7 grand to a loan shark today and put the rest down on some bets.
Yeah, see, what we think happened is that Stan had his dad pay off the DOA in cash. Stan went up there after his dad left, took the cash, and killed the lady.
And Stan doesn't have an alibi either.
Well, his lack of one doesn't prove he did it. Can anyone put him there this morning?
No.
So what are you asking me?
Well, while we're waiting on a crime scene in the ME, do we have enough to hold him?
If he dated the DOA, he had legitimate access. So I don't know what the ME's gonna give you, which means you don't have anything other than motive.
So?
I don't think I can sell it. In fact, I know I can't.
All right, then. Kick him and keep working the case.
So if nothing else pops up, Stan skates on murder?
Just keep working the case.
Yeah, this son's a cockroach. When the big one goes off, he'll be the last one standing.
How much is Stan extended for?
His loan shark ballparked it over 60 grand.
If we don't get him, somebody on the street will, because he's about to be written off, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll make sure he's clear on that.
All right.
So?
Beat it.
What now?
You're out of here for the time being.
All right, good. Hey, what about my dad?
Oh, we told him you were willing to let him take the ride on this. He didn't want to stick around.
No, huh?
So? See ya. But until we build up our case and nail you for good, watch your step out there.
I'll be fine.
Good.
Because I don't know what Ficano means is heat on me.
Well, like you having 60 grand out staying out on the street is a dangerous way to live. That's how I took it.
Like, how dangerous?
I think you have a pretty good idea, Stan.
I'm asking. He named names?
Well, like an ascending order of who wants you worse? No. Because we're more interested in nailing the guy who killed an innocent woman than helping an asshole gambler. My advice? Build a defense on how you were scared for your life with these loan sharks. Cop to what happened with Lisa. You'll get 15 years, you'll be out in 6 with a fresh start. It's that, or you'll hit the street with a bullseye on your back.
What if I give you the names of major bookmakers all across the city in exchange for witness protection?
Not interested.
I'll wear a wire on these guys.
What you did to Lisa or no deal?
Fine. No deal.
Good luck.
I'm not up on the sociology of addiction, Detective Sipwitz, so help me out. Once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic, right? There's no ex or former about it.
Yeah,
And how long have you been, how do you term it, in recovery?
going on 10 years.
Sober all that time?
99%.
How about the other 1%?
My oldest boy, when he died, I had a drink or two.
A drink or two? Fact is, you went on a bender, didn't you?
Your Honor.
I'll allow it.
I slipped a little. It was a one-time thing.
Still, it could happen again, right?
Yeah, it could happen again. Anyone who's an alcoholic can...
Thank you. Let's talk about your job. How many times have you been shot at, Detective?
What's going on, Councilman?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Could we get a short recess?
You're a witness. No objections, Mr. Reardon?
None, Your Honor.
Back in 15.
Your daughter has something to say to you, Mr. Callahan.
What? An apology for all the heartache she's caused us? No thanks. Come on, Barbara.
You walk out of here, I put you in cuffs.
On what charges?
He knows.
What's going on?
She's estranged herself from us for over 10 years. She's here now just to tell some story to embarrass us.
A story, huh?
Tell you what, let's withdraw the petition. We don't need this.
We're winning.
Adrian, go ahead.
He can't have another girl in the house, Mom. He can't.
Why?
How could you not know?
What are you talking about?
He sexually molested me the whole time I was growing up.
She's on drugs again.
No, I'm not. And I'm not your special girl, you sick bastard. And it's not our little secret. And it's not how you show your daddy you love him. And it's not my fault if people find out.
Adrian, Andy and Connie wanted to know if they can come over and thank you.
I'd rather not.
It's fine. They'll understand.
I don't know what to do now.
The support programs we talked about. I can take you to one right away.
My husband's gonna know something's wrong. I'm scared to tell him.
I'll be there with you. I'll be with you all the way through this, Adrian. Okay. You ready to go?
Can we just sit for a minute?
Sure.
Sorry about that.
No problem. I was enjoying your meal. A cop who can cook. Was that your partner?
Yeah. They won their case.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it's really good news.
Why was he being challenged as a fit parent to begin with?
The baby's grandparents were going after him about his past, about being a cop.
Being a cop in general, or?
He's aggressive, but that's what makes him so good.
You need to be aggressive to be a good cop?
Oh, you do actually.
Aggressive, like proactive, or aggressive, like, you know, kicking ass?
Sometimes both. Why?
No, it's just that working in the ER, I've seen some guys come in who were definitely smacked around by officers, excessively. I'm sorry, I know you're a cop, but I think it's wrong.
Did you find out what happened during the scuffle, or you just assumed that the cop was out of line?
I don't want to get in an argument
No, I'm
over
just
this.
curious.
I've seen more than a couple guys brought in by cops, and I know their wounds were excessive. It was clear to me that the officer must have gotten a couple extra hits in when the situation was probably already neutralized.
Yeah, I love how you just assume that.
You're a cop, so I don't expect you to break rank, but I saw what I saw, John.
Yeah, and I've seen what I've seen, and believe me, when you're fighting for your life, you're not counting your punches.
Okay, that's one thing, but there's no way all these guys who've been beat up have made the cops feel they were in a life or death struggle. There's no way.
How do you know that?
Let me ask you this. Have you ever hit somebody more than you needed? Just off the adrenaline, off being pissed, off wanting to teach them a lesson?
You know what? Everybody hates cops until they need one.
I didn't say I hate cops.
No, but you sure as hell don't believe us.
You're taking it wrong. Maybe we should just call it a night.
Yeah, sounds good.
Take care.
You too.
For the record, I was looking forward to seeing you tonight, and I was just expressing my opinion.
Yeah, so was I.
You know what? I don't need to go another round.
You like having a baby sister, Theo?
It's pretty good. It's fun to make her smile.
Yeah, which isn't tough to do. All right, Squirt. Everyone under 10 needs to hit the hay.
But Diane's still here.
Oh, Diane's going to bed herself.
Here, I'll put the baby down. Say goodnight, Theo, okay?
Good night, Diane.
I will see you soon. Night.
Diane, I don't know how to thank you.
Just seeing y'all together is thanks enough.
Okay.
How'd it go with Adrian?
Rough. Her husband was shocked.
She gonna be all right?
She's on her way.
If we can be any help with that, I think we owe you one.
You don't owe me anything. I owed you from a long time ago.
Well, the decks are cleared now. Thanks, Diane.
Come on. You got a nice family, Andy. You're lucky.
I know.
See ya.
She went right down.
Second miracle today.
What's on your mind?
We should think about getting married. If you want to.
Yeah. I do.
Will somebody read me a story?
Yeah. Talk more in a few minutes.
I'll be here.
Okay, Squirt, let's go.
ভালোবাসা সুন্দর, ভালোবাসাও সুন্দর। মানুষ নিজের অজান্তেই ভালোবেসে ফেলে।
আমারও মনে হয় কি জানেন, আপনার মতো জানাশোনা কাউকে না আমার বিয়ে করা উচিত।
এটা কি উপলক্ষে?
ম্যাডাম, ফুলটা গ্রহণ করুন, তারপরে বলতেছি।
ভোটার আইডি কার্ডে যার স্বাক্ষরের জায়গায় টিপসই দেয়, এখানে কেউ ডাক্তার।
এই দুইজনের মধ্যে যে আগে ম্যাডামের মন জয় করতে পারবে, ম্যাডাম তার।
একদিন না দেখলে তোমায় বন্ধু আন্ধার লাগে সব, তোমার এই প্রেমে এমনই টান।
রুগীদের তো ডক্টরের কাছে আসলে ব্যথা কমে যায়, আপনি তো উল্টো হলো কেন? আপনি কি উল্টা?
তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, যেও না বন্ধু আমার, ভুলিয়া ভুলিয়া।
আমার মনে হয় আমার সমস্যা কপালে। ম্যাডাম আমার কপালে নেই, আমার কপালে আছে দাগ।
Khủng ấy, so với 35 mà vẫn còn tận 48 máu. Sự anh ấy sự kinh khủng đeo ấy. Có mấy vàng cho 5 vàng cũng đuổi. Rồi xong. Cái gì cơ? Cái gì cơ? Ở nhà thế lắp cái này cho thằng Red Bình. Bình 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 sao ra rồi thiếu 100 nữa. Cụ thể là 66m nữa thì anh sẽ được một binh chi linh về tay. Ok thầy ơi, một binh chi linh về tay. Anh bay như một ác quỷ. Từ từ anh phải căn xem thằng này mày em gì ở đây. What's up bro, Robocon. Cút. Mày cút. Mày đi. Đéo thắng mà. Ha. Trôn búa. Thắng này, tưởng đéo thắng. Em xanh PP à. Cút. Rồi thắng chiếc 3 và kiếm cho mình được 1 vàng lợi tức. Và đến giao xoáy anh sử một ác quỷ phai phai, anh đã quay được 260 lap rồi, giờ anh mới chạm đất lần đầu tiên. Không, lần thứ hai. Đầu tiên thì đã đép phải chỉnh. Thôi đánh sói cái đánh như tía thầy nhận đồ sao? Thầy sẽ chỉnh cái thằng này một chút thôi. Vào mày. Xoay lộn cho thầy. 2 lần thầy vua chỉnh. Cứ còng như vậy. Nhanh vậy. 3 lần. 4 lần. Một lần đầu tiên là 5. 6 lần. 6 lần. 7 lần. 7 lần à. 7 lần 70%. 70%, 136 củ khoai. Sao có 2 đồ này. Mút hết đồ tao. Ê, sao đem máu hoài vậy cụ make bro. What the hell. Cút lên, một thằng ở đây. Nó đem máu hoài vậy, tỷ cái đai máu đấy. Ít nhất là 4 cái đai máu rồi. Thầy phải đi vớt nha. Đi vớt lên 6.8 mà vậy sẽ kiểu 800. Uầy, mỗi lần đi vớt xong nó tăng 100 triệu giá. Càng mỗi lần đi vớt xong tăng 100 triệu giá thua ấy. Đừng có 5 giây chưa vậy. Rồi giờ mới được 5 giây. Sấy. Sấy đéo chết được một chết. Ai da. Kinh khủng vậy. Thôi không chơi đâu. Hay quá rồi mà. Ok. Cút lên. Thôi mượn tiền này một tí. Ui ra xét rồi. Rồi xong. Easy game. 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 Tiện dồn ra xét là chết 7. Trồn. Đầu chết 7 luôn chứ. Rồi anh sẽ cộng được là 86 triệu cho bản thân của mình. Anh đã bị trừ hay sao? 100 triệu à, thiếu tận hơn 600 triệu nữa. Thực sự có đi bớt nổi không? 7 đinh mạnh rồi, bình. Mày đi 7 đinh mạnh rồi. Và có cả hiệu thần rừng anh không chơi đâu. Anh không chơi đâu. Kha. Mày. Cái gì đây? Bình. Ta 4 tiền gì đây không? Rồi, xong thế thôi. Đơn giản. Xong mấy ngày sai thread nữa xong. Rồi sai thread nữa xong. Thế thôi, đơn giản thôi, cuộc sống chỉ còn thế thôi là đủ. Đầy và đủ. Một cái top 1 mới à. Wow. Xếp tiền đến 8 ấy, 70 tiền à. Mình xếp 100 tiền trước. 160 tiền ấy. Mèo ở đâu? Bên 8 là 4 mấy mà. 48 à. 48 128 tiền. Từ giờ đến giao chim. Giao chim ra 1 tỷ đồ của anh vừa nốt đồ của anh, nốt đét, nốt cho mỗi 2 đồ giao xoáy chôn. Rồi perfect 1 này. Mày để anh lái. Uầy, cái thằng này nhìn đẹp đấy. Pharaoh Cast có khác. Có Pharaoh Cast. Binh. Không được, không lái rồi. Anh bất phóng cho con Mustang.
আপনি কিন্তু দেখতে যথেষ্ট সুন্দরী একজন মানুষ, দেখতে বেশ রোমান্টিক, যেন শেক্সপিয়ারের নাটকের কোনো নায়িকার মতো। ভেবেছিলাম, কিন্তু আপনি তো পুরোটাই মর্মান্তিক। যে কোনো মানুষ আপনাকে দেখে মর্মাহত হতে পারে।
আমার হালকা হতে 1 মাস সময় লেগেছে।
আপনার 1 মাস সময় লাগে? আমার হালকা হতে তো 1 মিনিট লাগে।
আমার কাছে মনে হয় জীবনসঙ্গী এমন হওয়া উচিত যার সাথে আপনি প্রতিটা মুহূর্ত উপভোগ করতে পারবেন, সারাক্ষণ খুনসুটিতে মেতে থাকতে পারবেন এবং তার মনে এমনভাবে বসবাস করবেন যে আপনার দিকে সে একটাবার তাকালেই বলে দিতে পারবে যে তার বেঁচে থাকার কারণই আপনি।
পথে চলতে চলতে, কথা বলতে বলতে, কখন যেন হলে আমার,
জানি গল্পে গল্পে মিশে অল্পে অল্পে আমিও হয়ে গেছি তোমার।
ছোট ছোট ভুল ফুটে হলো ফুল যে তোমাকে পেলাম,
গুটি গুটি পায়ে স্বপ্নের নাই আমি ভেসে গেলাম।
আপনি কি মনে করেছেন একজন মানুষ আমার জীবন থেকে চলে গিয়েছে এবং আপনি সেই সুযোগটা কাজে লাগিয়ে আপনার ফিলিংস গুলো আমার কাছে এক্সপ্রেস করবেন আর আমি সেটা হ্যাপিলি অ্যাকসেপ্ট করে নিব? এই হচ্ছে আপনার বন্ধুত্বের নমুনা?
রোদের পাখি তোর শহরে, আমার মনের স্বপ্ন ঘিরে, ওরে পাখি ওরে সারাক্ষণ, তোর শহরে বৃষ্টি হলে ভিজে আমার মন।
Kiếm này. Đấy. Đéo biết, đéo ra rồi. Cút. Rồi 2 Sony nữa. Để có sống nổi không? Anh với tôi muốn được lại gần em thôi. Cần là mình đi chơi nhé. Yanduki cho thầy Bình. Mimic, Poison. Ô, perfect à? Thẻ lập đất mình không thấy luôn. Ôi, trái tim của ai? Em môi mềm và môi em để đi đón em. Chuyện của mẹ anh nghe. Thắng Guardian này thì Binh. Hay, Guardian không cây cân được không? Guardian cùng nào đánh đéo chôn búa. Rồi thầy quay trở lại rồi, zone 3 nữa là xong. Ô tiền tao đâu? Đánh đồng đánh giết người luôn, rơi tiền mà tiền tao đâu? Mấy trôn không? C2 này. Mày đi. Tao đồ rồi. Ít đồ, trận này hơi ít đồ thật. Có mi ổn không? Bay ổn không vậy? Thầy ổn không? Thầy lái. Ô kìa, ổn không vậy? Con duy nhất. Đây con duy nhất chỉnh được nha. Con duy nhất thực sự một chút binh chi linh nha. Mà không phải chơi con duy nhất nha, chơi con duy ma đâu. Trông nóng. Đường chơi nóng. Sắp đồn ngộ này. Cô gái mình gặp hàng hai. Hàng ngày cheating này, hàng ngày sự. Ô cái gì đấy? Origin, hai Origin này. 2 con panda với cả parrot, phải đây không? Không phải em ơi, nó mở mắt. Từ. Không phải con đấy đâu, con kia lên đi rồi. Đâu phải, nó mở map 4 rồi. Map 4. Thua đấy. Vẫn thua. Thua nhà này nữa mà. Counter phải không? Nhà. Đi hơi xa, một zone nữa. Come phê pha. À, điện thoại. Thằng Gen có một canh đồ ánh sáng nhưng là kênh 1 ạ. Sửa tiếc ấy, một sự đáng tiếc ấy. Rồi tự xoay đi em ơi. Rồi giết được một, giết được thằng xa ra. Ui đau đấy. À, thôi đi rồi, đau vai. Này nó cố nhưng mà không thể làm gì khác. Anh top 7 rồi. Bye bye 7 xử ra con kia 4 thằng hoa nữa. Sợ chia via 4 thằng hoa vậy. Riza 4 thằng hoa. Riza 4 thằng hoa. Thôi xin top 7 vậy. Chịu rồi. Trôn không? Game trôn không? Chơi lại đi. Vợ vàng đi ngang qua. Vợ vàng như áng mây ngang trời. Áng mây ngang 2,55m 18m vậy à? Bình sống kiếm tiền và zone. Cuộc sống của hàng ngày của tôi với Roblox Bình Chi Linh. Hôm là chết. Qua cầu Vĩnh thì để ký ức xưa. Ủa, sự đẹp ấy, bài của mình sự đẹp rồi. Mấy con pet của mình sự đẹp ở bánh xe ấy. Được lòng nhưng mình không nói lên lời. Quen. Phải chấm. Vậy thầy đâu? What the hell? Sao thầy lại không chấp nhận chỗ nào? Nhớ thương Vân Vương. Chôn mà mới một phải chôn liết. Mơ hôm nào sáng ông đấy có ngồi thấy đéo đâu lúc không nữa đâu hiện đâu ra đấy lúc tao về lại kêu sáng vào không thấy ông ấy ngồi đấy à. Chôn Bình còn nữa chưa? 23m còn 24m là cần nữa. Đi được sửa của vẻ theo theo động vật của chúa. Theo động viên. Bình rồi ta lắp tên lửa và đít. Thằng kia chỉ bay như vậy, cái thằng bay 1 tỷ vòng này. Bây giờ anh đang có 70 triệu. Về kia coi bay 1 triệu vòng. 200 vòng nhỉ? Đi chơi mấy hơn 200 vòng mà. Tình nhưng không rõ đâu là đúng sai. Có lúc em chơi rồi, anh có em tìm đó tới. Baby em nói em tình yêu mới.
সরকার বলে একটা রিকশাওয়ালাকে বিয়ে করবো তারপর তোকে বিয়ে করতে
তুমি যদি মরে যাও আমি তোমাকেই বিয়ে করব।
দেখো দেখো বিয়ে এত সোজা
আমার 5টা কন্ডিশন।
কয়টা?
5টা।
আমি সিআইডি সাফায়েত রমরাজন। স্যার এটা তো ভোটার আইডি কার্ড স্যার।
গাড়িতেই করবেন নাকি হোটেলে।
না না, আপনি যেমনটা ভাবছেন বিষয়টা তা না। আপনি তো করবেন।
তোমাকে দিয়ে হবে না, আমি জানতাম। শুধু শুধু সময় নষ্ট করো না।
ভাই আপনি তো অনন্ত দলিল না যে অসম্ভবকে সম্ভব করে আপনার কাজ।
জিমি জিমি জিমি
কি হচ্ছে?
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা আচ্ছা,
আঙ্গের একদম বইরা দিমু যাচ্ছে সব বাইক কর।
শর্ত দিয়ে বিয়ে, শর্ত দিয়ে বিয়ে।
ভাই, যে বয়সে মানুষ গার্লফ্রেন্ডের কামড় খায়, সে বয়সে আপনি কুত্তার কামড় খেয়ে হাসপাতালে ভর্তি হয়েছেন।
Yêu Mà còn 8 tiếng cộng 13 tiếng 81 1 185 16 61 tiếng rưỡi. Ok, 61 tiếng rưỡi nhé. 61 tiếng rưỡi à? 61 tiếng rưỡi ở đây đi. Ngày 6 tháng 7 thì sẽ là ngày 7 tháng 7 à? 61 tiếng rưỡi à? 61 tiếng rưỡi 64 tiếng 45. 64 tiếng 45 à? 68 tiếng 69 tiếng đi. 69 tiếng này 70 tiếng 70 tiếng 71 tiếng rưỡi 1 tiếng rưỡi à? Tiếng rưỡi này 1 tiếng rưỡi 1 tiếng rưỡi 71 tiếng rưỡi 72 tiếng 72 tiếng 74 tiếng. Ok, 76 tiếng. Rồi 76 tiếng 76 tiếng nào để quay như 4 tiếng đó. Giờ là 1 tiếng rồi, 3 tiếng nữa. Đổ dấu vào đây. Tao là chia sao tao mới là chia sao chia sao tao mới là tất cả từng chia sao tao mới là tất cả từng chia sao. Vừa nó đéo vậy đi. Wow. Rồi chúng tôi check file. Wow. 85 máu à? Nhiều máu thế nhỉ? Caro ra. Và mình công việc được vẫn chưa được 1M, 3B, được 2B, chứng minh chi linh ấy. Hai B một binh chi linh của người. Thua mà. Top 1 phải không? Rồi bên ngay bật tay spam ạ. Tên trốn thế bro. Đây. That. Let you. Chuẩn đấy. 1B rồi này. Kiếm tầm 2B xong ra 4 kiếm hoặc ra farm tiếp. Yes sir. 2B sẽ sang map theo xong 4 cái kiếm xịn nhất đã. Rồi nice. Ban bia cảm hứng. Rất no way. Đấy, thế này đi. Đéo có gì đâu, nhét này lên. Đéo có gì nhét lên đi chứ. 1B, 1,2B à? Trắng nhỉ. Đấy, giờ mình live. Gì tí mụn. Lùi chôn à? New thua Sống một máu, không sao broccoli, không sợ. Bố nội tao để lại. Anh 8 tính tháo rồi đi. Mà vậy à. Ai hát giáo rồi thằng anh hát giáo rồi. Dẹp trái nhóm việc làm. Anh dẹp trái nhóm việc làm. Và Nguyễn Trần chuyển bận. Yes. Rồi cắt tóc quá. Tiền nó cắt chứ là vấn đề. Cút, mày nhót đánh caro điên mà. Yêu xếp máu điên. Ôi hiểu. M9 à. 2M cho bố. 2M rồi. Lên thẳng. Trốn nhá. Trên hạ này. Bye bye broccoli. Yes. Mà phải đủ tiền không? Mày đủ tiền cái này không? Yes. Quả 6 ạ. Tí nhót, tí hết tiền. Rồi thăm lại rồi, thăm. Một tí. Giáo con nào lấy á. Xin giáo quá thằng 69 máu. Trơn tao. Đồ tanh nhá broccoli. Rồi lấy cái này rồi. Đồ là phạm 3 phủ này. 1 tỷ 2 đến mắt tiếp theo. 1 tỷ 2 hải tư là 3 tỷ 6. Phạm 3 tỷ 6 luôn. Sang móc kia luôn 3 tỷ 7 đây. 37 cho nó cao tí. Cười chuồn lên. Bao nhiêu à? 58, 54.
তোমাকে 15 লাখ টাকাই দিতে হবে। তুমি যদি দিতে না পারো তোমার বাবাকে কল দাও। তোমার যত জমি জিরাত বাড়িতে যা যা আছে এগুলো বেচা হইলেও তোমরা আমাদের টাকা পাই করে শোধ করবা।
একটা ব্যাপার কি খেয়াল করছো? শহরে কিন্তু দুইটা রূপ, রাতের এক রূপ, দিনের আর এক।
বেঁধেছি ঘর হৃদয়ের পর গাঢ় সবুজ ওই গহীন বনে।
আরে ব্রো, সবসময় চিল থাকতে হবে, কিচ্ছু মাথায় নেওয়া যাবে না।
ভালোবাসা হচ্ছে একজন আরেকজনের উপর ভরসা করে, একজন আরেকজনের হাতের উপর হাত রেখে এই জীবনটা কাটিয়ে দেয়। কিছু মানুষ এই রাত জেগে থাকে আর টাকার বিনিময়ে সুখ খোঁজে। বসুন।
এখন তো সিরিয়াস হওয়া উচিত, তাই না? আমি তো কোথাও যাচ্ছি না পার্টি করতে। তুমি কেন যাচ্ছ? কেন বন্ধ করতে পারতেছো না বলো তো? কার যে কোথায় সুখ সেটা তার প্রিয় মানুষটাও কখনো জানতে পারে না।
পাশাপাশি তবু যাচ্ছি বিপরীতে, কাছাকাছি তবু যাচ্ছি বহু দূরে।
হাই, ইউ লুক গুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Anh nhà thế chữ đi me thằng choao. Ai à. Rồi xa tà. Thằng Vũ rồi không? Mày không Vũ. Chắc là mày rồi. Mua cái gì mua đi cho mua đi cho đi quá ta em ơi đi mua đi xong mất trả tiền. Từ qua giờ anh thấy nó toàn là thằng này các anh em một trực tiếp rồi. Ông bộ thì bài là check viết lại là thấy đang đúng xoáy đúng không? Mày đi. Sao rồi kìa. Người ta có lòng trọng đấy, cái số phát có nhót nhìn lên là xong. Nghe gì? Tao một chỗ nào đây tao tắt chân cái đấy rồi, tắt chân cái đấy rồi, tao nhớ đây rồi. Mà tao tắt từ đâu? Tao ấn tao nhớ nghe gì? Đây giờ 36 à? Ai vào? Nó không tắt à? Không tắt à? Tao từ nãy giờ mà. Tắt à? Tắt tiếng của nó đi được. Tao đánh xong quá này. Cái cài đến ao trên người xuống cài và Discord phải có xịn mới đá được cái rồi. Tin nhắn rồi đúng rồi. Thế thôi không kéo cái mà tin nhắn mà kéo lên thì tin nhắn rồi tin nhắn là cái đấy nó từng mất luôn này. Đấy thì livestream này, không thể livestream tắt rồi. Đàn nhông lục lôi tay trước này, chắc gào nhưng mà vậy có một bài chỉ tay trước rồi lúa vào hết cả hai cái bicep luôn, cả bicep luôn, cả hai luôn. Vào cả hai cái bicep, hai cái bicep luôn. Chuẩn em rồi. Tập lưng cứ răng một cái máy thôi, hai cái máy đấu ngang đấu dọc xong. Gì ông kia bảo vẫn là chỉ thích một chơi game. loa. Bằng calo ơi, duy trì căn bằng calo. Đâu mày muốn thêm chất gì thì mày phải xem chất các thứ cơ, đồ ăn các thứ cơ. Đâu không thì cứ ăn đủ calo được. À, mình khi ăn cái gì được không phải ăn cái gì cũng được để nuôi vật nhưng mà phải lượng calo đấy trong ngày thôi đừng ăn quá là có giới hạn không ăn cái gì cũng được nhưng mà sẽ là phải vừa thôi. Biết cho người ta của anh biết vào tuần của anh biết của anh chi liền sức treo rồi à? Treo rồi à? Không à? Không. Có phép đánh này, có phép đánh như vượn này, phép chạy nhảy linh tinh này. Phép nó nhảy nó lên. Với cả lúc mày kéo cam ra xa xa ấy, cái tiền đấy nó chia hết thằng nhân vật rồi. Đó. Vậy là đấy mà tao quay biết nhưng mà mình sẽ còn tầm một nữa, tao còn một nữa. Cũng sắp xong rồi. 100. Không được, xong được mà. Hai tuần thừa. Vậy là tao chỉ quay 5 ngày nhưng cũng đâu đừng nghe mà tao cũng lừa ít quay. Cũng đã lừa mất mấy ngày. Lâu ngày hôm nay 10 tiếng, hồi trước là thế đấy, kia đợt trước làm mỗi ngày 10 tiếng đấy. Có đợt mà treo cái auto-file chứ đừng nói rồi, tao thật auto-file. Nhưng mà bữa nhỉ, cả không mấy ông anh đang làm xong thì có thằng của đánh game của anh game bữa cái đó gì đây là không phải biết bắt bẻ công ty đấy bữa ấy. Sao nói gì khổ anh khổ. Mọi người chơi còn anh không chơi, người chơi không ai không biết và anh không chơi. Yes. Anh mà phỏng vấn đứa nào hỏi anh thế bảo là sẽ được làm việc của phòng anh nhìn cướp. Yes. Kinh vậy chào. Tôi muốn cục vô. Đây lại của nhất xong rồi xả luôn. Thôi đánh cái này. Thằng nào càng nhiều nắm càng nhiều phần trăm càng to. Bây giờ có một thằng chúng ta có một thằng của đông môn nó bán hết đi FPT à. Chú Hoàng làm tiếng thôi. Đồ cái này đâu hết rồi làm
Mệt quá, giờ phải thở lời đấy.